Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Lost in the Burger Sauce podcast. Full house today. All five of us are here. We're going to be talking about Harry Potter and our thoughts on the series as a whole, the franchise, main characters, any plot points, weak that we think are strong or good, and just things we hate or things we love about the show. I guess we'll start off with Darren, because I know you had a lot of thoughts about it.
I mean, yeah, in general, is a good franchise, good series of movies. Good franchise, good series of movies. A lot of it is a lot of my love for it is nostalgia heavy. Watching it back recently as quickly as I did, there are a lot of things about a lot of the movies that I liked and disliked, which I guess we'll get into. I think we should probably do a thing where we go through like each movie, like just collectively. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good characters, like let's say Neville Longbottom, for example. I feel like
he had a glow up mid-series as well, so good for him.
Yeah, proper glow up, and even at the ending, like he was instrumental in a lot of stuff that was going on. Yeah. Dumbledore, I guess, no matter sort of how you feel about him, he's a character that divides a lot of opinion. Snape as well. Who I both thought, were good characters. Harry Potter himself.
Yeah, the main lead.
Yeah, the lead, the beneficiary of nepotism in its finest form. We'll get on to, I'll get on to him a bit later. But yeah, overall is a very good series of movies. But yeah, I've got my thoughts, but we'll go into it.
Yeah. I guess, we'll start off with the first one, the Philosopher's Stone.
Wait, is no one else going to give their thoughts? Overall thoughts?
Yeah, we can. I'm with you as well. Overall, good series. It's hard to find a franchise which like is done well through 8 movies they did?
I think they were the first ones to milk the part 1, part 2 thing. Now we have.
Oh, they were the ones who
Attack on Titan doing like part 7.
Like the ones that spring to mind are like Star Wars and I don't know, Fast and Furious, and
Fast and Furious.
They're terrible, aren't they? So it just goes to show you that not every movie like done that that numerous times is done well. But it also shows you that given the time to explain your story and your and to give the details as well, you can deliver a good performance. So Game of Thrones should have done that season 8. But overall, again, with what you said, nostalgia plays a heavy part. But I do think it's like a good franchise to watch, especially during Christmas. Just gives me mad Christmas vibes.
They always used to have like those dining hall scenes.
Yeah. So that another reason why it's great is because of the. Sorry. Let me see this.
Yeah, I got the same as well.
Okay, yeah. I like how the details of the world is set up. Loads of things which, I mean, if I played the game, I would probably enjoy. I know you're playing the game right now.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I need to get that game. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, like, just basic things like, I don't know, is it butter beers and stuff like that? Like, they've got all these, like, amazing foods, locations. They even had, in Goblet of Fire, obviously, they had the other wizards, the foreign wizards coming in, and like overall, it's just there's a lot of detail and great casting as you said. Especially for me, I really liked Alan Rickman as Snape and the actor who played Lucius Malfoy. Those ones left a good impression because I really hated that guy.
Yeah,
and mainly down to his acting. Like, he was such a good actor.
That was going to be someone who I said was a pussy. I completely forgot.
You said he gave you a good impression.
Yeah, as an actor, not as like the character. Like, I don't like the character himself. But I liked how he made me hate him. Like the way he just like
he played a pussy very well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
his whole family, their whole bloodline are pussies.
Yeah, they are. But that's the point, isn't it?
After all that bravado.
I know.
He was never the same after he was moved to by Dobby.
Shout out to Dobby.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That scene is fucking sad, man. Like, that scene is very, very sad. I was watching it earlier today and I was like, wow, this is hitting, man.
When he dies?
When Dobby dies, yeah.
I watched that in such low quality for the first time I watched it because I wasn't watching any movies. And I was like, I was watching it and they were escaping and then I was like, my thing just started buffering. And afterwards, like, I was like, wait, like why is this guy slumped like this?
I'll allow it. Man.
I was like, oh damn, Dobby died. I'm like, what? Like how did he die? And I had to go rewind it, find out like Bellatrix threw like a dagger through the thing. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I hate her, but you know she's
Also
like,
another good character.
she's like a
I don't
You know,
know.
she's
pure
smoky,
savagery.
man. She's smoky.
That's what I said. I was more afraid of her than I was of Voldemort.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
saying that in the car.
Oh,
But
okay. Wow. Oh, okay.
Honestly, like she was.
Wow. Wow. That.
But what was I gonna say? The freaking what you call them? Those elf things.
House elves
Yeah, elves.
or the goblins. Which
There's
one?
a name. Oh, Dobby was the character name. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't understand why they're like.
Subjugated.
Yeah, because their magic is way more
Yeah.
powerful
But
than
that's-
any of the other.
But that's why, innit? Like when you tell someone that they're like sub for so long, they'll
They believe in
it.
it. They
Wow,
believe
so
it.
they're the black versions of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Jews.
yeah.
Mad.
That's I guess what it's
Oh, yeah.
echoing. To be fair, I was more thinking of like Germany and what them man did, like that type of thing, innit?
Yeah, but I was about to say something
Yeah,
crazy.
don't do it.
Well, I don't think it's
Don't do it,
crazy,
don't
but
do it.
Let's
you
get back on
don't
track
mind, you don't
anyway.
mind, yeah.
Let's get
Okay,
back on
I
track.
thought it was all about like people who just like what's it called? Just people who are like don't believe in themselves and like they need that confidence little boost to be able to.
Oh no, I know the
I didn't
damage.
realize you guys could just take it to slavery. Or
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I was gonna say subhuman, but he's an elf, so obviously.
Another reason why it's good is also when it came out, we were like young kids, and then we kind of grew up with like
Yeah.
Hermione,
Yeah.
Ron, Harry, pussy. But the reason why I don't maybe kind of brings it down for me is the plot armor with Harry especially. But we'll get on to that.
Mhm.
But overall, yeah,
I've never seen plot armor like it.
Honestly,
I've never seen it.
You know, it's a good franchise. It's a good few films. I like the hype when it first came out. I can't lie, it was gas. I was not going to be swindled into reading the books. I'm sorry. I was one of the few who knew, especially when Lemony Snicket came out as well, that once that first book hit, I knew films were coming. And it was, oh no, we need to read the book, so we need to get to the second one. Nah. Now here we are, full trilogy. They're about to make another series.
Trilogy.
I mean, you know what I mean, that full series. They're about to make another one. There's a trilogy of the Dumbledore stuff. So that's the trilogy I was talking about actually. So so you know, it's cool. It kind of still has the chokehold on the wizarding and magic stuff. Personally, I don't think it deserves it, really. But, you know, that just says a lot about, you know, the impact and stuff. You know, I feel like some of the films are a bit overhyped. I feel like
Which ones?
um
You don't have to go into detail. Just which ones?
Azkaban.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
jeez.
get out.
And that's crazy. It's
Yes,
crazy I'm saying this.
Alright,
It's crazy I'm saying this. I'm crazy because it is actually a good film, but the performances are so meaty from the kids.
That's,
Yeah.
no, that's just the Harry Potter.
No,
series
it's not
in
Harry
general,
Potter
though.
because the first two, the
I
kids
thought
are
that's the
actually
best
acting
one
quite
they
good.
did.
No, I thought
I
that's
used
the
to think
worst.
that as well.
No, no,
I used to think that as
What do you
well.
think Azkaban's the worst?
No. As in, like,
I used to
the
think it was one of the
first two,
best.
I feel like because they're kids, the acting is not that
Nah,
Yeah,
the acting there
But
is better
second
than the
one's
acting.
Chamber Secrets.
No,
great. Yeah.
the Chamber of Secrets is sick.
Yeah.
but- The acting in those two films is better than the acting in Azkaban. Not from everyone else. Like everyone else, like, they body their stuff in it. Like if it was more adults, personally, I think if there was more adults involved in Harry Potter, the franchise would be so much better.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
There's loads
and-
of adults in there. And
Yeah,
they're
but
all
there,
trash.
but there's not there's only a few scenes where the adults are just with the adults.
There's a lot of scenes with
in
the adults
Azkaban-
with the adults
No,
and the
like in
trash.
Azkaban, when they find out.
We'll come back. We'll come to that.
Okay,
we'll
go
come
on.
to that.
Okay, we'll go back to it.
Yeah, we'll go through one by one. Anthony.
I feel like I paid more attention to the Harry Potter series from up till Azkaban. I feel like Order of the Phoenix, the ones when they were introducing all the foreign witches and stuff like that, I kind of zoned out of that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
For me, it's the opposite.
For me, I was like, I don't care. Like, because at that point is when
Wow.
they started doing like the whole like, love triangles and love stories.
Okay.
And I'm
yeah,
like, I don't
okay.
care. And then it was like this, like Russian or like Bulgarian
Oh,
wizard. I was like, people were all about. And like, I don't.
Respect Victor Krum, man. Respect
Now,
him.
like, I don't care.
Ronaldo of Quidditch.
I don't give a damn. I don't.
Wow.
Like
No,
I.
respect
The
him,
LeBron James of Quidditch.
Like,
That
for
guy
me-
was
Wow.
not 17.
Wow.
Exactly.
Oh no way.
That
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
was
yeah.
not
He was
17.
35
I was
at
like,
least.
these people need to like get drug tested. Like,
Yeah.
what are they feeding these people?
PEDs.
And then it's like,
Agenda.
Wow.
yeah, and it was at that point it was like, oh, like you're trying to get Harry set up with this random foreign student who you don't see again, and when you do, I swear
Hey.
she's black. The next time she comes back,
Who?
Cho Chang.
then they swap her. Oh, wait, then,
No, it's the other
No,
way
no,
around.
no,
She's
The
black
whole
originally.
Harry's.
wait. So,
If you're talking about Cho Chang, she's black originally, like in the first two films.
Oh,
and then
okay.
they swapped her.
Is
okay,
it? Oh, I didn't know
yeah.
that.
See, that's what I meant. Yeah, because he had like there was this black girl
My Asian sister.
who he liked, and then somehow she
So
became
there was
Asian.
another black girl he liked at the train station.
Oh yeah, that was in 6.
He
innit?
seems to have a thing,
yeah.
innit?
Yeah, man. This guy, yeah, man. He wants to be at that cookout.
And
Like,
they were trying to force a whole Hermione and like Ron thing, and I was like,
yeah.
I actually didn't
I'm
mind
like,
that. I like that.
these two don't
Because
work.
it was, no,
Wow.
I actually
This
didn't
is
mind.
growth, guys. This is growth.
No, when I say I didn't mind it, it's like I'd rather do without any of the romance
Okay.
with the
Yeah.
kids. But I'm
Mm.
just saying it was a sort of nice switch up to not be like, oh, because she's the smartest girl, she's hung up on Harry, who's the smartest
Okay,
kid, and
yeah.
chosen one. And
Oh
all
wait,
that.
wait,
They
wait.
should have been together, I think, though.
Yeah, I
And
think.
that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
So it was weird because they should have been. They
Yeah,
had
yeah.
more chemistry than her and Ron.
Yeah, way
but like
more. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
for the, I feel like they did that to divert expectations. They
Yeah,
made it
even
Yeah.
J.K.
wrong.
Rowling said it, and like I think a while ago she was like, "Oh yeah, no, I probably should have made Harry and Hermione."
Yeah. Did she write it that way in the books? If anyone's
No,
wondering?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I think retrospect.
And him and Jenny's relationship was just weird because
It's
they
so
barely said
weird.
anything together.
I
They were just like
know.
just
They
staring
They just
into
had a
each
few
other.
looks.
And the
Like
next thing we know, they're growing ups with kids. I'm like, what the fuck?
they just
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at each other a
Yeah,
lot. Like
And
they
it's
don't
supposed
say.
to convey like, oh, we're talking without, but we don't need to use
Yeah.
words. I'm like,
Yeah,
what do you
exactly.
know? Like, you
You know
don't
what's
know this, brother.
in the last one, yeah. There's a part where where everyone's going crazy in the school,
Mm.
and he like runs like and sees her. I think they kiss,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "I know," and then he runs off. I'm like, "What do you know?"
Like, literally, that's what I'm saying. Like,
like-
what do you, I was literally saying, like, what do
Ah.
you know?
Yeah, but yeah, I think it was Goblet of. Was that Goblet of Fire?
That was Goblet of Fire with the.
Yeah, it was Goblet of
foreign
Fire of the
students.
whole. Yeah, I think that one I zoned out of. Order of Phoenix is
What?
That's the one of the best ones.
I was surprised to see guy from Twilight.
first
there.
half was like
Yeah, Cedric, man, my
Cedric.
guy.
yeah, first half dragged.
Yeah,
Um,
I
What?
hear it. I hear
dragged,
it.
dragged,
Jesus.
dragged.
Real magic.
dragged. Because even like, was that the one when like Hermione was wearing that dead dress and she had to walk down the steps?
Oh man, you're disrespectful.
The dress was also disrespectful.
No.
The dress was dead. What are you talking about? And they had to.
That's what she.
Because like I've seen so many
That's where she
films like
bloomed.
back in the 90s and stuff where they have that thing where it's like, oh, the girl's walking down the stairs, but that dress was fine. But the dress, like, what she have? Like this pink dress. I was like, oh, like,
No,
I
the
can't
ones that
lie.
Ron and
The younger
Harry
me,
were wearing,
I was in
bro.
a chokehold when I saw her. I can't lie.
Nah,
Yeah, I was finished, man. Yeah, I was finished, man.
I'm a Christy dress, bro.
When I saw her crying at the end of that dance, I was like, "No, listen, I'll come save you. Don't worry." Yeah, man, I was
funny.
yeah,
Nah, I was
that
finished.
16th
I-
century
to be
dress.
fair,
I'm like,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
when she was crying on the stairs, I was like, Ron is an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm
this-
like, yo.
I didn't get his beef. Like,
yeah, like
what was
yo.
he saying?
No, but the
Oh,
thing
he's
was,
better
it was-
old for you.
It wasn't even beef, but it was like he didn't even realize what he was doing.
Yeah,
It was so like, I'm like, how are you that blind?
yeah, I know.
Mm.
Like it just made no sense. Like you can't.
Yeah, I think at the end of it, is that when yeah, I guess we'll go back to it film by film. But I think at the end of that is when it got a bit interesting.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think
'cause that's when
I kind
Voldemort
of
came
lost
back.
interest in it.
Basically, when you see Voldemort, it gets
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
Yeah,
when it
yeah.
came back.
But I
Yeah.
guess before that, when like when that film came out, initially people were like, oh, it was a flamethrower and stuff like that. Like obviously I knew dragons weren't real, but like I guess it just takes away from it when it's like, oh, it's a flamethrower. It's like, oh, it kind of takes you out of that whole mystical element of it. I would have liked it if they did it like a more creative way, but like yeah, I guess
Yeah.
flamethrower. And then the film after that, things started getting like good again. And then last couple films obviously like were hitting.
So you did like Order of the Phoenix then, because that was after Goblet, or is it?
Yeah, I got the name wrong. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I meant to say
okay,
Goblet of Fire.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Order of the Phoenix is my number one, but
Yeah, yeah.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
But yeah, overall I say it was a good series. Yeah, I think growing up with it, I guess that's probably the reason why like I probably resonate with it. I'm like, oh yeah, no, but I guess there's a lot of nostalgia as well. But yeah, I guess seeing the actors going on to do other things as well, I think that's what's also made me like it a bit more. Because like, oh yeah, good for them. But yeah, that's overall it's good. I liked it.
Precious.
I did not get the hype of this franchise. Cause, and again, I'm sort of late to the party because
It's because I had cats in it.
I didn't even mind the cat. The cat was kind of out the way because it was
Yeah.
just being struck by Lord Frey. So I was kind of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
Lord
okay,
Frey,
okay, okay. I was like, that guy was crazy, but like it's just, it was out the car was out the way, so like it was whatever. But yeah, I missed the whole boat on Harry Potter in terms of growing up because it just wasn't a part of like my childhood. But coming here, realized the hype. I was reluctant to get into it because I thought it was like something that was steeped in like heavy lore, and I'd have to invest like Lord of the Rings kind of thing. But it's nowhere near as deep. Is what I've just realized, and I think overall it's an okay franchise, especially when like you have to grade it on a curve because you have to do it and judge it based on the time it came out. So that I can understand.
That's it.
Do you?
No,
Yeah, you do, man.
You do.
Why?
Because
Because
you can only do it based on the context of A, the technology that's available at the time, B, the kind of other the competition in terms of other materials that are around at the time. Like who was doing that kind of stuff around that time? I
Even who's doing that now?
Exactly. I can't think of anything. So it's like the first step into any kind of new genre is always going to be like.
So are you saying that it still holds up today? Or are you saying it doesn't hold up today?
Comparatively, it doesn't hold up today, but it's not like it's not.
I disagree.
Not all of the movies, I'll say that. Like some of the movies can hold up, but like I'm talking overall as a franchise. I don't think it holds up. Like if they were in my mind, when I say hold up today, it's like if they released all those movies today, would it sort of like perform comparatively to how it did?
I mean, I guess we'll see in a few years because they're releasing the Harry Potter series. So I mean, a lot of people are saying that like what's the point of doing it? It'll be a bit more book accurate, but I guess we'll see when like the show gets released, like what the numbers are saying, if it does actually hold up. But
I think we'll see. I was gonna say I think it will, just because the nostalgia thing is gonna be huge, and if they actually like, I'm assuming they're doing like remakes where they're reimagining a lot of the things that happen, but it's more book accurate. If they're gonna do it, and again, I haven't read the book, so I don't know how much crud is actually in there. If it is, then that might be good. But if it's not, then just don't.
You probably find out like how much people invested in it once you start getting like who's casted for these characters. Because like if you get a black Harry Potter, people are like zoning out.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't.
Did you man clock Crab and Goyle? They changed it to a black guy in the very very last one. I think it was. Did you not clock it?
Nah.
Well, the black guy in the Ministry.
No, you know Draco Malfoy. His two boys that he's always with. The fat one and the skinnier one. Yeah. No, one of them is black in the last one.
I thought you just got a new black guy.
Yeah, I think that's meant to be. I think that's meant to be Goyle. Yeah.
Oh, is it because he went to prison or something?
The actual the actor did. Yeah. No, the white actor went to prison. Like,
It's just another guy.
I'm pretty sure he calls them Crab and Goyle at the.
Oh, does he?
At the thing.
Mad.
I didn't pay attention to them.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty sure.
NPCs, but
guys, if I'm wrong, don't shoot me, please.
Yeah, I guess we'll just look at IMDb, see what it says.
Yeah, but
nah, don't do that, man. Just believe it.
Yeah, what was my even train? If they do something like that, where like, and they actually do some real magic and shit, like if they need to up the spells, all of the like they need to up that because
that apparate thing is ridiculous that they only do it in like the last 3 films. You know the thing where they just disappear and teleport somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
But I swear they showed it when they got to the Weasleys. That's how they transported the first time when Harry did it in the Weasleys' house.
That was flue powder.
Oh, they did flue powder, but I swear in Jenny
and then the portkey as well.
Ginny was in one where they apparated as well. No,
that's a portkey, isn't it?
Oh, that's a portkey.
When they grab the boot.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Is that? I thought that was the same thing.
I guess it's the same magic, but it's not. They don't call it apparating in the same way that they do in the later ones.
Fair enough. But regardless,
they do it in Fantastic Beasts, if you remember, in all the.
But the thing is, I swear we're supposed to take a toll of when you do it, but in Fantastic Beasts it doesn't do anything. Like, but apparently Fantastic Beasts, I only found out like at the end of Fantastic Beasts that it's a prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel.
And it's so shit.
But there's no books or anything as well.
Yeah,
I think it's just they just made it up.
It's shit.
Yeah,
and it made me just hate. Before this, I'd never seen anything Ezra Miller was in. Like really?
Yeah, neither have I. Yeah,
I just realized I don't understand how he made it as an actor on any level.
I mean, what's it called? There was that film. Was it a boy called Kevin or something? There's something about Kevin.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, he was good in Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I'd say it wasn't.
I can't imagine him being good in anything because literally in the Fantastic Beasts movies, all he's doing is just making a sad face and voguing.
Yeah, that's literally it.
Like seriously, like barely any dialogue, like some stupid shit.
I've not seen it.
It's anyway. I'm digressing, but it's so shit. But anyway, the Harry Potter movies, I think on the whole they're okay. But I have huge.
Quick question. What would you give it out of 10? I'll be doing that now.
Rate. Do we give the rating now? Or
Yeah. I think we should do it now. Actually.
Yeah, let's do it now. Rating out of 10.
I'll be nice.
He's gonna say 5.
Nah, keep it real.
It's 5.
I was gonna say. I knew he was gonna say 5.
I'm feeling
Sang?
5.
It's an 8. It's an 8.
Relax. Bro.
It's an 8. Yeah.
Anubis.
As a
Stop
whole,
it,
as a whole, yeah. It's
Stop
an 8.
it. Stop
Anubis.
it.
Right, I wanted to go last. I might give it a 7.
Yeah, I'll just say 7.
Yeah, I'll say 7 as well.
I'm not mad at that.
I'll say 7. All right, so let's start then. Prisoner of
Philosopher's
Azkaban.
Stone. What? Prison of Azkaban?
What?
Sorry,
Philosopher's
Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, you
Jesus.
can start
Lord.
there.
No, Philosopher's Stone.
Sorry, yeah, Philosopher's Stone.
I mean, I think everyone's been dreaming of having this moment where, like, you find some random uncle of yours just comes to you and is like, oh yeah, you're rich and you're also you got superpowers. You're part of this
Someone
secret
said white
society.
privilege earlier.
I mean, yeah, it is
Yeah,
white privilege.
it's white, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got.
You're the most famous person in the world.
Huh?
I forgot he was rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, he was stacked. You see how many in the vault? How much
yeah.
money he had
Yeah.
when he just bought all the sweets and the
Sweets,
thing?
yeah,
He was
yeah,
flexing on Ron for what reason? He's a bad friend.
Why did he never use that?
No, that's not a bad friend. Ron was
Like
poor.
throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
the
flex
wise
on your
person.
poor friend.
No, Ron. What did Ron take out? He took a sandwich out or something. No, allow it, man. Give me some
At least
chocolate
he let Ron have some in it.
Nah, but it's like, bro, why is Harry staying at their house the whole time?
That's what I'm about to say. Like,
Yeah,
why are you
yeah.
freeloading? Like, you have all this money. Like, you could just like.
Oh, what afterwards? Yeah, he just
Yeah.
keeps going back there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Yeah. So the movie starts. We obviously
He's getting
Is it a good
mistreated.
film? Is it a good film?
Philosopher's
Let's
Stone.
start here. Yeah, is it a good film?
That's one I
As a-
probably
as a-
rewatched the least.
As a start to the series, I think it's fine.
it's
Yeah.
probably the one
Like,
I watched the
yeah.
most.
One of the things I don't like about the whole series, one of my first problems with it was I don't hold it as much on the first movie, but the second every movie after that I took massive points off, which is why it's more going down to a 5. Is the world building. The world building for me was lacking.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
serious.
nah, it's just
If
because
anything, that's
it's
the
just
only
a
thing
school.
that it's good at. I can't. Not the only thing. Sorry, that was rude. But that's the main.
No,
thing it's
that's
good
what I'm
at.
saying. I don't hold it as much on the first movie,
Mm.
but every movie after that, the world building was lacking.
As an
For
outside of Hogwarts.
Hogwarts, outside of it, yeah.
Because
Like, it
I
was-
think
it
it's
was-
like for the first 4 movies were only in Hogwarts.
Yeah, the only
Like-
time they brought it out was
I think
the
Hogsmeade
Goblet
is-
of Fire.
Hogsmeade is the furthest that we go out until the 5th movie, I think. And
Yeah.
the 5th movie, we see the Ministry and we see like
Nah, so in
London.
the first
And
one, they go to the first or second film. They go to what's it called, Diagon Alley or something like that.
okay, yeah,
that's
Diagon.
not
All
in
right,
Hogwarts
I'll
and
give
stuff like
that.
that.
I'll give that.
Yeah, but even then, I swear that's just like a street corner.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just one.
like,
Yeah, it's one
that's
street.
like
and they go there twice, I guess. But
exactly,
Mhm.
and that's supposed to be
We
like
get the bank
where
as well.
every magician in the UK, let's say, goes to buy stuff. Like that's
Mm.
ridiculously small, and they don't even
Yeah.
explore
It
that.
felt
area
big at the
that well.
time. I can't lie.
Yeah.
It will felt maybe, but it didn't to me. I was
I
like,
mean,
I don't,
that's not
I don't know. Like the world building for me, like I'm not. When I say world building, it's not even just locations. It's more like things like the history of the school, like the stuff I was talking about with like the houses being pointless. Like what is Ravenclaw? What is Hufflepuff?
Mm.
Yeah.
Like these are things you build on as
I
far
hear
as
that,
like
I hear
like
that.
the world stuff, because that, like, and again, I don't care that we don't leave Hogwarts. Like that's not. I don't care about that. I don't need to see.
why do you keep looking at him when he says
It's
Hogwarts?
because he keeps saying it
he
weird.
says it wrong, and you
Yeah,
don't want
like,
to say
it's-
anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's one of
He's
those.
looking at me like I'm gonna say.
That's the African tax, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
That's a Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like even if we stay in one location, it's like
Mhm.
you can make that location so rich. But
I
it's
mean, I
like
guess
we
they
just-
have the like 3-headed dogs and the what's it called, the troll and stuff like that.
Yeah, but even then,
Yeah.
like those things don't live past like the movies where they're in. So like the
We
three,
see, we
the
see other
three-headed-
trolls.
Hmm?
We see other trolls like throughout the series.
I swear there's only the one which they broke the toilet with.
You see them in the
Well-
last movie, I think, and there might be another one actually.
Yeah, but even then, where the trolls come from? Like how did how
Yeah.
do they
Yeah,
operate?
but not every movie or franchise explains where everything is from.
No, again, I'm not saying like you need to explain every single thing, but there needs to be like, again, the classic example, like, the biggest example is the houses, right? Where
Mm.
it's like
Yeah.
if I told you describe what a Ravenclaw is,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't tell
Yeah,
me.
we can.
You can't describe what Hufflepuff is.
Mm-hmm.
You barely can even describe Gryffindor. The only one you can kind of say
It's Slytherin,
anything is
innit?
Slytherin.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
just be like, oh, they're bad.
pussies.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I guess like what's it called? The animals that represent each of them is what is the best.
I don't even
sort
know
of
what
it.
they are.
No, I disagree with
Gryffindor's
that.
a lion.
I disagree with that. Like, because we only see Gryffindor and Slytherin characters, and obviously
Yeah,
that's
but
to your
again,
point.
Describe the characteristics of a Gryffindor. Let's
Yeah,
just go.
so
with
Someone
Oh
is
yeah,
brave,
bravery.
so,
That's
like,
what they say for them.
Someone
Yeah.
who perseveres and like a kind person.
Plot armor.
Yeah,
in
like,
it. Like,
love-
and that's not even reflected in every single student. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess for most of the ones we see, like all
Oh,
the main
Neville,
characters we talk about, that's what I was,
Hermione.
I was going to say, like with those ones, you can say that, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
With like
just-
Slytherin, it's like the whole pure blood stuff. Like feeling like you're better than people.
No, that's not the character.
No. There's
It is. A lot of them are like that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
the ones we see are like that, but
Okay,
that's it's
well,
not the
we
main.
can only go off
You
what
know
we see, innit?
You know what? I can't lie because I watched Chamber of Secrets the other day. Darren is right
Yeah.
because the guy
Salazar Slytherin's a pure blood fanatic,
Slytherin
like-
was the guy. He was the only guy that could speak Parseltongue,
Yeah.
and he was the one that was like, "Oh, we should only have pure bloods in
Yeah.
Hogwarts."
And how
then
many pure
everyone
blood
else.
fanatics do we know that aren't in Slytherin?
Yeah,
Like all
yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that we see are in Slytherin.
And he was the only one that was on it, and then other three were like, "Nah, I'm not on it." And then he broke
Yeah.
away, and then that's why the Slytherin people were bad.
And
essentially.
another thing, if that guy was like loopy on that kind of like agenda shit, why keep his legacy alive? If he's on some weird shit with the pure blood.
Because he did found a school, innit? Like
Mm.
it's the
Yeah,
same.
but like,
It's
bro-
like what we spoke about before. Why keep statues up of slavery people? Like you just have to do it, innit?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's their thinking behind it. Like he
So-
made the school, innit? You're not gonna X him out of the school because of.
Yes, I would.
Other-
If you're on some bullshit. Plus,
Yeah, we would, but I'm saying
but-
they would.
So
They
but-
wouldn't.
So,
Sorry.
so
No, but
would you
didn't
say,
they?
based on that logic, right? Would you say it's okay to break it down now since people are smashing statues?
What?
Would you say it's okay to like dissolve?
I mean, I
Slytherin
would be
House?
doing it, or I would support the people who did it.
Did he do
Yeah.
it though? Did Salazar Slytherin do it, or did he just think of doing it?
I think he like.
Yeah.
started,
Did he
like,
round them up?
put-
Yeah.
Like what was happening here? Like what did he do?
like,
Well, he left
laid
the school,
ground-
didn't
yeah,
he? He left
yeah,
the
he
school.
and he laid the groundwork
Yeah.
for like, yeah,
Yeah.
all of those.
But he left.
No,
the
but I'm
school.
talking about on this
the pure blood.
yeah,
stuff,
on the pure blood stuff. Like,
I
what
don't
did
think he did anything, to be honest.
He just had the idea of
Yeah.
we should just
yeah,
have
he
pure bloods.
doesn't like it.
And then when they were like, "Oh, we're
Yeah.
not on it," he just left. So
Yeah. So he didn't really do anything
you
bad.
can't really take his shit down because
Yeah.
difference of opinion. Well, I mean, I probably would, but
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you-
what I'm saying. We would, but
You
But
might
these
as
are
well
matches.
You
because
can see why
like,
they
now
didn't.
you just like put all the bad kids, so-called bad kids, in there. It's like
No, but I would go as far as every Slytherin is not a bad person,
you wouldn't know.
but
about
bad
what they
people
do.
just happen to be in Slytherin. That's all it is. Like, for the majority,
Maybe.
So they are.
Yeah, because it's like,
because
no, no,
is
like-
Snape a bad person? And he was Slytherin, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
see,
Yeah.
So
So you know,
Gryffindor.
I mean, and there's dickheads in Gryffindor. So
because with Slytherin, the main thing is
yeah.
the main thing
We're getting
about
it, we're getting it.
Slytherin is the fact that they are like all
James
about
Potter.
themselves, or because like Snape isn't a bad person, but we can see his ideals, or he only cares about people who he's close to, like Lily and stuff. Like when they were gonna kill other people, or like this is a reference to the books and stuff. I've not read the books, but I just know it. When like Neville Longbottom's parents were like being tortured by like Voldemort and stuff, like he doesn't care about that. But as soon as it's going after like Harry's parents and the people they care about, like,
yeah.
the value of people who are Slytherin is like, okay, protect our own sort of thing, which is probably why Salazar Slytherin was all about like, oh, pure blood, we don't want to mix and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like Slytherin people are a lot more selfish and like self-centered, but I don't think it means they're necessarily bad.
So, question: what determines if a person has magic? Because Hermione's parents, none of them were magicians, correct?
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get.
I don't
Like,
get
why
how
is she
she's
magical?
got magic powers, because I assumed mudbloods were
Just has
like
to
people
believe.
where one of your parents was
Yeah.
and
Can't
the
say
other
the M-word.
wasn't.
I mean, she could be adopted. We don't know that.
What did you just
What
say?
he said?
Can't say the M word.
What does that have to do
Oh,
with it?
mudblood.
Mudbloods.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
There we can.
Jesus Christ.
So
Yeah, I
we're
don't get
Muggles.
it.
I don't understand that. And
I
she
might
was
Google that,
savage. She wiped her parents' memories. Like
That was
Yeah.
that's the darkest thing in the
That-
whole.
yeah,
I'm like-
that's the darkest
that's
thing in the whole
crazy.
thing. You know, I
like
can't lie
she didn't even need to do that. I don't know why she did it.
because she's a bad person.
No, you can't tell them about, they can't know about magic.
She's a bad
Yeah,
person.
you could
She's
have
a
just
bad
run away
person.
from home or whatever. Like, why wipe your
She's a
like
bad
wipe
person.
you? She wiped her existence away
That's
from her.
crazy, you
That's
know.
like, do you know how many years of their
Oh,
lives you
man.
just wiped off?
Ah, right. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So it says Hermione's a witch born to Muggle parents, which makes her a Muggle-born witch. A family can pass down magic genes that await for the right combination of genes in parents to create a child that is a witch or a wizard, even if they are Muggles
I
themselves.
kind of like that.
So
You know,
it like
I kinda
can
like
skip
that.
generations,
It's
basically.
like hair color.
That's fine, but like, are you just gonna
It's not
erase your
like
parents'
that.
like history like that? Like,
Yeah, I know, that's mad.
that's crazy.
So-
They might not even be together because maybe the only thing that held them together was you.
Well, no, now they live together without any memory of her, so they'll be. I guess they'll be happy because they were there long enough.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you don't know that. Maybe the reason they were happy
Yeah.
together was because they had a common interest. In
Oh,
her.
okay, yeah,
Like-
okay.
She just ruined those two people's
don't we know
lives.
that from? I swear, when someone else in the series before they did that same like spell or whatever, they started to get their memory back like later on. I don't know if that's right or wrong. So you know,
Oh.
it could be like
In
a few years-
Fantastic
Gil-
Beasts, there's
Gil-
a thing where they wipe people's memory.
But it
I
comes
guess
back, innit?
Yeah.
No,
No.
it didn't come back like by itself. One of the witches did something to bring
'Cause
it
is
back.
it-
In Fantastic Beasts anyway.
Gilderoy does it. He tries to do it to Ron, and then it hits himself. And
Oh,
then I think
yeah,
he
yeah,
gets his
yeah.
memory
Oh,
back
yeah,
after
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because Ron has a shit one.
I remember that. Yeah. Still meaty.
Anything else notable?
Also,
then?
can you have wizard and wizard witches as parents, but not be magical?
Probably not.
Nah.
I don't know.
That
Actually.
makes sense.
If it's,
Sorry.
Yeah,
if it's
it
based
might-
on
You're more likely
genes,
to pass your genes.
yeah,
on.
it's
if
less
it's-
likely,
yeah.
but it
Yeah,
could
I guess
happen.
it can happen, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen?
you'd be like Rock Lee in it. Like you can't use
Yeah.
ninjutsu.
Oh, did his parents have jutsu?
Huh?
Did
I don't know. I don't
Ah,
know.
okay.
I'm just. It's a bad comparison.
No, there's a superhero movie that is based upon that. What's it called?
Is it?
Sky High. I
Oh
think,
yeah,
or something?
yeah,
Oh, is
yeah.
it? Okay.
It's like
okay.
a late bloomer or whatever.
Late Bloomer. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But they were like
Even
very
in
clowning him for not having powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where his
Yeah.
parents were like peak superheroes.
It sounds like My Hero.
No.
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 Is that not what it is? Does he not get his powers later on?
Yeah,
No, but
from an
he's-
external
yeah,
source.
external,
Oh,
like, he's not
sorry.
born like that.
I ain't read it. I don't know what the fuck.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Looking, oh, no, that's not what happened.
What did we think of like in the first movie, like the presentation of Voldemort and obviously Professor Quirrell?
I think it was good presentation.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the best nicknames for like a villain I've ever heard. Which is like he who must not be named.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't think that movie needed to be as long as it was.
Facts.
Like they
A lot
had
of them
barely any
don't, yeah.
content,
Yeah.
especially the first three. Like the other ones, you can maybe justify
Oh.
because
Nah.
like
Third one,
No, the
one's
third
sad.
one, yeah.
The
is
third one is definite. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
with you on
what was the
For
third
me,
one?
the
The third one is
Azkaban.
Azkaban with
okay, fine.
Yeah.
That
Bare
one,
filler in that
that
one.
was
Sirius
still-
Black and
But
Lupin.
the
and-
first two, like I was like, I'm 2.5 hours. I'm like, what are we doing?
No, I don't think any of them needed to be that long.
Mm.
Like, especially the seventh one. Jesus
That's why
Christ.
the lack of world building to me is egregious because they
Yeah.
had the time.
They
like,
did.
they didn't have anything else to do, and it was just
They filled it up with bullshit stuff with Malfoy and bullshit relationship stuff and bullshit friendship
Yeah.
stuff instead of building on the magic. And this is why they're just doing the same stuff.
You're
And this
describing
is
the
why
5 movie.
this is why Fantastic Beasts is meaty, and this is why they're like, oh yeah, you know what? We're just gonna recreate the magic in the new series. Dead. But here we are talking
And
about
it's not
Harry
like
Potter.
they even do like better magic. They're still doing the same point one. Say some shit. Like,
Give me
whatever.
technical. I want
Yeah.
I want tenant level stuff in Harry Potter. I can't lie. I need to be able to.
There's no magic in town.
No, but I'm talking about the intellectual stuff in regards of what are we actually doing? You know, how far are we going?
I feel like it's going to be difficult because we're like the whole point of the story is we're growing up with these kids.
That's it. Yeah.
Like
I
they're not
don't
gonna.
care.
That's it.
No,
I
no,
don't
no. You can't
care.
say that.
Because stop treating these kids like they're kids. You
Because
need to treat them like
but
they're
they are
older.
kids. The first movie is literally this guy finding out he's a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't just if he went from that and second film, boom, he knows everything. I'm like, nah, this movie.
No, I
this
didn't say he needs to know everything, but I'm just saying the way, like he said, in regards to the world building of the magic itself,
Mhm.
it needed to be a bit more technical because they're just going, oh yeah, just say fucking what's it called, Lumos. Just
Yeah,
say
even the lessons. It's like, why do I need to go to class?
Switch in
Just
the
give me a
fucking
list
flick.
of the spells
Fuck
and the
off, man.
wand. Like I can say what the fuck I
Guardian
need to say.
Leviosa.
Yeah, but
like,
they have
nah.
to do it. I guess the premise is that you do stuff in class that you don't do
Yeah,
outside
I
of
feel
class.
like the
innit?
best one.
There was
best
no
example
base.
of
There's no
that-
base. They're just saying it.
No,
There's no
no.
base.
The best example of that is the class with Professor Lupin and when they're all facing their fears.
the boggart.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I feel because then some of them were able to practice their Patronus and all of that and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the defense against the dark arts class was probably the most useful ones.
Mate, they had so many teachers rotating in that lesson. I'm
Yeah.
like, what is
I can't
going
lie.
on?
That was a good running. Like I don't even know if I want to call it a gag.
every
Like
semester
every year is
they
a
had
different
new-
one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they had a new one. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, it's because the first one died because of his
Yeah.
association with Voldemort.
Lockhart was a
Freaking
Gilderoy was a fraud, innit?
What's his name?
He
Yeah.
was so funny. Kenneth Branagh. What's his name? Gilderoy Lockhart. He was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny.
he was
No,
a
this
fraud.
is the person I'm trying to say his name from Thingy.
Oh, Quirrell.
nah.
Bioka.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Father
yeah,
Bioka.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Shout out Quirrell, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's- yeah, yeah.
Last Kingdom.
He's Quirrell, innit?
Quirrell.
In the front of.
Yeah.
I know. It's because he's so old now. Like, what a
You
guy,
should
man.
watch Last Kingdom.
He
man.
plays that well, you know.
Yeah, he
played that
does. He
well.
plays it really well.
Speak about-
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
you're right as well.
That
I
was
see-
freaky the way Voldemort was in the back of his head. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
mad.
yeah.
That freaked me
Mm.
out.
Mate, watching that as a kid, that was scared of shit.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
freaked me
yeah.
out. Not gonna lie.
Because even that, I didn't really understand how that worked until like watching it
Mm.
recently.
Yeah.
It's just really weird. Because even like the whole thing with how or what Voldemort was trying to do. Obviously, Voldemort was trying to kill Harry because of the prophecy,
Mhm.
but the thing rebounds. But he'd already put himself into the Horcruxes, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
cool. So he's basically just floating around like as a spirit. and then he must find Quirrell, right?
Something like that.
I'm thinking
Like, they didn't tell us,
Quirrell
innit?
was
Like-
one of the Horcruxes that it had.
Nah,
which
nah.
is-
Quill could have been he could have been a supporter or something.
Yeah, I feel like it was like probably like a Death Eater or something like that.
something like that.
And then
Yeah.
he just invited him to the back of his head, which is
Yeah.
strange, but fair enough.
The optics of it are crazy, man.
I wish
Just,
they use the unicorns more because the only time we see a unicorn is when he eats one
I just
and they've
got
got
to
like
the
silver
point,
blood. I'm like,
I just got
give
to
me
the point
some
with the first one.
animals. Like,
Mm.
But to your point earlier about the spells, like if you just learn the spells of a book, for example, you will know the spell. Obviously, that Lupin class just goes to show that you have to practice the spells.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you can't just like learn Avada Kedavra. Like,
yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
what
but
are
I
you
could,
talking about?
yeah,
this?
but
And
I can,
you can't-
I can,
you can't- you
I can
just
do,
tell
I
them
can
go
do a,
ar-
I can
around
do a
the-
Professor X like danger room kind of shit and just go in there and do your
Yeah, I
shit.
guess so.
Like,
That's
like,
fair enough.
really?
Trust.
Like,
We didn't
That's
see
fair
any of that.
Like,
We didn't see any of that. Any of it.
Well,
I
you
can-
get the room of requirement when they do it in the fifth one.
No,
In
but
the
they're doing
fifth
that
one, though.
illicitly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Like,
know,
it
I
takes
know,
them
I
that
know, I
much.
know. But the whole point of it is you're in a school.
I
Like-
imagine Harry, a student, is
Yeah.
basically doing a teacher's
All right,
job
let me do an example.
with no
You don't-
qualifications.
You don't use Bunsen burners anywhere other than a science classroom, right?
I could.
But you don't, right?
I don't know where this is going.
What do you mean you don't know
No,
where it's
it's like-
going? They have
yeah,
to do it in a
it's
controlled
what-
environment, which is the school. They
Yeah,
can't just be
but-
running
yeah, but-
around
yeah, but
doing.
What do you
see,
mean?
uh,
The whole
But
school.
the
They
thing
got
is, I
space.
don't
Nah,
need a
nah.
Bunsen burner. I don't need a Bunsen burner. All I need is a fire source.
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
get
I'm
that
just
anywhere.
saying, like,
Nah, but like that, I can get that anywhere.
okay.
I didn't really get the point, but I'm with him.
Yeah, like I can get that.
No, I'm
anywhere.
just saying, like, they need. It's a school with young kids, and you're gonna say, "Oh, just go run around and do
No,
all these
because
other spells."
they're showing us the teachers aren't necessary because Harry is basically being a teacher without any qualifications.
You know
And
what? You know what? He's
and
right.
He taught them more about the defense against the magic arts than any teacher did.
You know what? He's right because the
But that's because they were
No, no, no.
deliberately not
No,
teaching
they were
them.
doing other spells. It
They
wasn't
were
just
deliberately
it-
not
they were-
teaching them.
Yeah, they were doing the Expelliarmus, which is like disarming them. They were
Yeah.
doing the
Yeah, they
the
learned that in
Patronus
number
shit.
2. They
Huh?
learned Expelliarmus in number 2.
Not based on what Harry was seeing because they couldn't like Neville couldn't even do the spell.
True. Yeah, I'll give you
Like
that.
Neville couldn't even do the spell.
But-
Like he had to like.
Up at least until the fifth one. Well, in the fifth one, they were literally stopping them from being able to learn a lot of the spells. So let's say that a lot of the younger students, they might not have known some of the spells that Harry was teaching them.
But the thing is, that's an L as well because like, how are you in a school that big and you only have one teacher teaching all those people the same? Like, I would see,
Facts.
any school you have like maths teachers for different grades.
Mm-hmm.
At least like 2 that can handle separate.
Yeah,
different
okay,
grades. So
that part of it, I'll
how
give you that.
does
I'll
that
give you
not
that.
happen?
Yeah.
And we're switching
Facts.
teachers every semester. Like it's
Yeah.
so like
They
unorganized.
don't actually really show us like the structure of the
World
school.
building.
Like,
Like
yeah,
how many
yeah.
teachers do
Budgeting
you have?
costs.
Yeah, like how many teachers are there? Like the school seems like it's got like limitless like grounds and there's huge buildings and all of that, but it's like
Yeah.
we've got
Again,
6
this
teachers.
is because we're going off the films, not the books. So
Mm.
a lot of the world building we're complaining about is because of restrictions of the budget they had.
That's
as a
not my
studio.
problem.
Thank
I mean,
you.
if that's what you're complaining about,
That's
I mean,
not.
yeah,
thank
No,
you.
but that's a choice though.
no, it's not a choice because
It's a choice.
no, it's not a
No,
choice
it's
because
not.
They could have just done some
not
world
at all.
building.
Nah,
They could have
nah.
thought, oh, you know,
You're
what,
just
let's
talking.
not
You're
do
just
what are
talking.
we sacrificing?
You're just
What do
talking.
we
You're just
sacrifice?
talking. I can't lie. You're just
Do we
talking.
sacrifice
I
some
can't lie.
character
You're just
stuff?
talking.
Or
You're
do
just
we do
talking.
some world
You're
building?
just talking.
Not
You're
really.
just talking.
Not
You're just
really.
talking.
It's a choice.
Like you're talking. And
It's a choice. We're all talking.
nah,
That's the
but
point.
you're not listening. We've already agreed that this is there's like a niche thing. It's a new magic thing. They're not gonna throw out the budget until like the 3rd, 4th film, and that's what they did. We saw a bit more when we got a bit more budget. First couple of films.
Did we though?
Yeah, we did, man. Let's not
We did.
let's not be silly, man. Come on.
Because Prisoner of Azkaban is when we actually start to see more of the world outside of Hogwarts. Because every first 2 films were Chamber of Secrets. Where was
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets? It was in the basement of the bloody school.
That's a choice though.
Because of the lack of budget.
Was it like a budget though, or was it just because
Yes, it's like
it
a
was
budget.
what they wanted to do?
It's like a budget. 'Cause
Well, you know
if
how we can find a resolution to this? Read the damn books.
Exactly. If you
Not
read the
really.
book,
Read the damn
yeah,
books.
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because that's also a choice. You
Nah.
pick what you wanted to do from the book.
Because of your lack of budget.
I
Yeah.
mean, they got a lot of money for the film.
You could have adapted that
Afterwards.
a lot better. I'm sorry.
I didn't read the book, so I don't know what they did.
But
with
you
it,
know,
so-
we can improve everything in it. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, it sounded hella nitpicky. But let's go on to Chamber of Secrets.
one of the best films.
Yeah, because Chamber of Secrets, like, it kind of steps up from.
Wait. Before we go to that, because part 1, the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh yeah, go on.
I know you hate love, like Power of Love and that.
Oh yeah. You
And
know,
obviously, in the end, he couldn't touch him because of Power of Love or whatever.
Mhm.
Oh yes,
I
yes.
need your viewpoint. I need your
Oh,
viewpoint.
Jesus is Lord. So, let's get this straight. Yeah. So, her basically being in that room and telling him that he's loved
Yeah.
is what stopped Voldemort's Avada Kedavra.
No.
Mm.
It
Love is a
rebounded,
powerful
it
magic.
rebounded.
So hers
It's like a shield.
doing
yeah.
the love is
Yeah.
what? Okay, so why didn't anyone else use that?
He said it was like old magic or something.
Yeah.
Basically, no one else. loved
Dumbledore's
their
like
kid.
500 million years old. Like, why could does
No
he
one
not?
else
No,
loved
but
their kid.
he wasn't expecting it. Like full. What do you call it? Old people's magic.
Yeah,
or
he said it
something?
was old magic, like
Yeah,
ancient
yeah,
magic, whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's plot
Again,
armor. It's plot
again,
armor. It's
yeah,
crazy.
again, plot armor, nepotism, whatever you want to call it. Like, this guy is a very, very, very lucky guy.
Mm.
He's a very lucky guy. But yeah, let's go on to the second
Okay,
one. So what was everyone's thoughts on the second one? Because it's a step up from the first in terms of
That's the
Yeah,
one who fought the
how much we're
basilisk,
getting it.
right?
The basilisk,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a great
They-
film.
that sword waving, like that fight with the snake. I'm sorry. Find a way to do a better fight scene.
Nah, I can blame that on budget. I can blame that on budget.
Oh, really?
Nah,
I'm,
'cause you
I'm
know
not-
what?
I'm
You know
not
what?
sitting
Just the
here.
budget.
I'm not sitting here looking at a 12-year-old just
Budget and
standing
time.
on a
Nah,
statue doing
budget and
this.
time. Budget and
And
time.
you're telling
because
me
that's
you're
actually
a
animatronics
snake
in
about
it.
you
I
couldn't
can't
kill
lie.
that nigga.
Nah, they could have done a visual effects version, but then it would look meaty.
How are you?
The fact that they did it in-
imagine I'm
No,
a big-
he's
I'm a
he's
big
talking
snake.
about
I'm a
the
big
decision
snake.
making of the snake.
No,
Yeah.
the execution of that fight, even like, how am I as a big snake?
Mm-hmm.
I'm stood here and a kid is stood on a statue just doing this, just waving his hands in the air like he just don't care.
You're
And I
blind.
can't.
You're
Hmm?
blind.
Trust.
Yeah, but you could hear.
Yeah, still different though.
Nah, I'm sorry.
I didn't even know snakes had ears, man.
No, they said it in the thing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Like,
Like they said it, so it's like he had unbelievable sense. Can't talk.
yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable sense of hearing, or
Mhm.
however he had it, and
Mm.
you can't like figure that shit out.
Mhm.
Like, first of all, how you getting like your eyes chopped out by a phoenix?
That's a great
It's a
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Again,
You're
this
a
guy
magic-
is
you're a
getting very
magical
lucky.
creature.
There just happens, the Phoenix
Yeah,
just
no,
happens
no,
to
no,
fly in.
no, but that's
Where did it come from?
Dumbledore was watching.
Is there
I'm
not
kidding.
only one entrance to the same
Dumbledore
Chamber of
did-
Secrets?
Yeah,
How did they get in?
Dumbledore didn't do anything. Apparently, it went by itself.
Who's
Because-
Phoenix? Who's
because
Phoenix?
you're loyal to-
Who's Phoenix is
You're
that?
loyal to the.
Who's
You're
Phoenix is
loyal
that?
to the Dumbledore family.
Who's Phoenix is
That
that?
shit is
No, how did it
trash.
get in?
Why has nobody answered this question?
How did it get in?
Whose Phoenix is it?
How did it get in?
I mean, I don't think they didn't close it after.
Does
did
nobody want to answer the question?
Did they not close it?
Is that
No,
random?
no,
Random
Didn't it
Phoenix.
all get?
Random
it
Phoenix.
all got
I'm
crushed in
assuming,
it?
yeah. Okay.
Close what?
Oh yeah, that's why Ron and
Yeah.
what's it called? That fraud guy was.
Gilderoy.
Yeah, they were stuck there, weren't they? Yeah.
Where did the Phoenix come from?
It came from Dumbledore's.
No, but how did it
office,
get in?
Apparently.
There's one entrance.
Well,
Dumbledore let him out.
Oh, he didn't let him out.
They
No,
didn't
but-
let him out.
How did it
Dumbledore-
get into the chamber?
Dumbledore
But
wasn't
I
even
guess
there.
with like later films, we've seen that Dumbledore like can allow himself to
Exactly,
transport
man.
with the Phoenix.
Come
So,
on.
so maybe
Come
transported.
on. We know Dumbledore was just lurking, just watching
And the
Harry this
sword
whole
just
time.
magically turns
Just
up. It's
more-
like
more
oh,
power.
the sword of
No, you know,
Gryffindor
that makes
magically
sense.
appears.
You know, I'm okay with that one.
Nah,
That's
nah,
fine.
nah.
They're consistent with that,
Because
you
listen,
know.
that's magic in it. Like it's.
That's
yeah.
you know. Yeah.
That
I
was
can
he-
believe
was
that
hella-
more than the Phoenix finding its way into the chamber,
Nah.
which wizards had studied and never been able to do, but the Phoenix can do it.
It's a Phoenix.
Mm.
Huh?
It's a Phoenix.
Okay.
And it's like
It's the human,
it
though.
Can
conveniently
it
had the
speak
power to
parcel
heal.
tongue? Like,
Yeah.
how does it
But
get in?
clearly it has magical powers. Does
Yeah.
it, is it just a dry Phoenix? No powers.
The whole power of Phoenix is the whole rebirth thing with fire. And whatnot.
So it's a big power then.
The
like-
Phoenix tears. Oh,
that's literally what I was saying. It's like
I
it had
can't believe it.
and it had the perfect abilities to like heal him when he needed it. Like,
Exactly.
I'm just like,
Oh.
stop it.
So it is magical.
No, we know. When did we not?
I'm just saying.
Wait, a Phoenix is even a like. Is a Phoenix a real animal? No. Okay, cool. So we know they're magical then. Yeah, that's fine. You didn't need to say that.
But you're saying, oh, how did this Phoenix get into the Chamber of Secrets? It's a bird.
So no.
What the hell?
Okay,
And it's a magical bird.
But no, but here's the point. Though,
So if
It's a
I,
magical bird.
wait, it's a
So
magical bird.
what are the
Is everyone
chances-
not a wizard
No, no,
and a
wait,
witch?
So
They do
So when
magic.
Dumbledore did the with the fire and the Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah.
So where did the Phoenix go? So
the
there was
Phoenix
another.
was-
So
the
there's
Phoenix
another.
w-
So
the
there's
Phoenix would have
another
been in the
Phoenix.
room because it was an
Just-
office.
What's happening?
It
There's
wasn't
another
on,
Phoenix
It wasn't
about.
underground somewhere.
Come on, man.
But your point about the
let's
Phoenix
use the
being magic
magical.
doesn't make sense when everyone can use magic. Witches and wizards use magic and probably better magic than
Does
the Phoenix.
everyone have a Phoenix? And is everybody named Dumbledore?
You're just missing the point.
I'm not missing the point.
You are. Because
said-
if
you
everyone
said-
could do magic and also the Phoenix is magic, why can't
Listen,
people
if-
get into the
if
chamber?
people go, oh yeah, there's nobody has been up this mountain, but then a cat goes up this mountain, I'm gonna be, oh yeah, it's a cat.
That makes no sense.
It's the essence of my point. And that's it. We can move on, innit? We can move on.
But Darren has a point because the Phoenix came at the right time to a chamber that was very secret and no one like had access to.
Wait, quick question: did the door close after the chamber opened?
The
No,
rocks
it
all
was-
fall down, innit?
Yeah,
Because he tries to use the spell and it backfires.
it's mad plot armor. It's crazy.
The bird
Why didn't the Phoenix come when Quirrell was there?
wasn't loyal to Dumbledore.
Nah, we can't do that because then we could do bad things.
Yeah,
Why didn't Dumbledore do?
Why didn't they just fly the Eagles to Mount Doom? You know. Yeah, let's
They
not
need
do.
to answer that question.
Yeah, it's true, but yeah,
There's not a good answer to that.
we have to
question.
suspend disbelief in it.
Tolkien explained that. He said that they would have killed them if they saw the Eagles coming. They would have.
He would have got them. Yeah, he would have got them closer at least.
If it took them, how many years did it take them to get there?
Oh, wow, it's a couple of years.
in the book.
So at least they could have cut that by half.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
even
it could have got them closer.
Just drop me at the gates and go
Drop
back.
them at Minas Tirith, innit? Like, drop them at Gondor, like.
Like, that's at least 16 years off a 17-year journey.
Yeah, you guys ain't making it there. But anyway,
I mean, who told you I was making it there?
you guys will fail. But anyway, with the Chambers of Secrets.
Would you not fail?
No, I wouldn't do that though. Just fly in and get caught on the eagle.
Why can't I fly to Gondor?
What's those things that's flying about? Those black ones.
The Nazgul, yeah.
The Nazgul's about. Nah, you're crazy.
Nah, what I'm saying is you can fly to Gondor, and that's like how many years chopped off the journey. You don't have to go to Rohan. You don't have to do any of that shit. Just straight there.
Character development. So
I know, but that's why I said suspend your disbelief.
Why do you need to develop character? The world is shit. Like, come join me and fight. Like, fuck off. Like, what the fuck? Well, I need to develop character before I make your life better. Fuck off.
Chambers of Secrets. Personally, for me, why it was so good is because that's when like the series starts turning a bit crazy. Like people get petrified.
Yeah, it turns up.
And like no, it's not just one person who's getting petrified. There's like 4 characters,
including
Hermione,
innit?
The cat as well.
Yep.
And Hermione as well.
Yeah.
And then the diary comes out of nowhere, and then sucks Harry in, and then explains he goes to the diary and says like, do you know anything about the Chambers of Secrets? And the diary replies, no, but I can show you. That's when it gets a bit spooky for me personally. Then after that, you got the whole Aragog thing, which is crazy, by the way. Like,
yeah, the spider.
Ron was fair. Like, I completely like sympathize with Ron because these spiders were like bare creeping, and Harry's just like talking to this big spider like it's nothing.
This guy ain't shit for that, by the way. The big guy,
mate.
I'm sorry. How can a car come there?
And then the car comes and saves them.
Especially because
the car
the car booted them out the car the first time. So it's like, why am I going back to save you? Because we presume the car just went back home.
The car ain't a Phoenix, so like, why is this coming like to save them?
Don't ask me.
Plus, like, if you're Hagrid, like, why are you just leading them to the woods when you know they're gonna get killed?
Yeah, I know.
Like, for real.
Could you not have told the spider like you could have told the spiders to tell the big spider, oh, we've got boys coming, don't kill them. Like,
Oh, don't even send me if you know I'm the only one who's got that level of pass. Like, I'm not gonna send anyone else there because they're food.
You know what? The one thing that intrigued me about Chamber when I was watching it is it kind of seems like Voldemort knows that Lucius is a Death Eater, but he can't prove it.
Voldemort?
No, Dumbledore knows that Lucius is a Death Eater. You know when they have the conversation in the room at the end of Chamber? Because obviously they all work out that Lucius put the diary in Ginny's cauldron, innit? So it kind of seems like it gives the vibe that Dumbledore knows that Lucius is or was a Death Eater or is a Death Eater, but he can't prove it. And that's kind of like the whole thing of what Lucius was doing, because they surely had to have known. Like Ron's dad must have known. Like people who were in the Order must have known. But like, if people knew, how was he able to just like chill? Like
the adults in Harry Potter are really inactive. Like they know things are happening.
They're all moving like the Dodo cargo.
Yeah.
Just
letting things like happen and run there.
Yeah, go on. I was gonna say, hopefully, this is what the series is about. Like, it's more focused on that, because I feel like we get a bit more interesting stuff that would happen. Regards how they feel about Voldemort and how they were actually moving about Voldemort. Because I'm sure they all knew he was going to come back at some point. And especially with the whole Harry thing, I'm sure they even knew that he was a Horcrux. I'm sure Bear of them knew. I'm sure Bear of them knew.
Wait, when did they find out about the Horcruxes again?
Slughorn, Half-Blood Prince.
6.
But Dumbledore knew about that before time.
No, Dumbledore didn't know.
Because
remember, Slughorn has the memory, but he doesn't tell Dumbledore, innit? And then that's why he hires Slughorn, and he wants to get Harry to get the memory.
You know why? Because because he gives the memory thing.
Because Slughorn eventually
because
gives
straight
gives
after
him.
that, doesn't Dumbledore present him with a Horcrux? And then he's like, we need
no, because he has the diary and he has the ring, but he doesn't know the significance of them. He just knows that it's dark magic, and he needs Harry to. He literally tells him. Because
was like, because it's like, straight after the memory, he's like, we're going straight here.
No, you're confusing it. You're
Yeah, you're
Nah,
slightly
I'm not.
confused. Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
It doesn't happen like that all that
That's
quickly.
it happens like that.
Trust me, Dumbledore. He knows that there's something
This
about
is Half-Blood
these.
Prince, innit?
Yeah, he knows that there's something about the diary and the ring. He just doesn't know what. He just knows it's dark magic.
No, but it seems like he's trying to get just Harry in order for Harry to find out himself. Like, he's
No,
not just trying to tell
no,
him
he's
himself.
trying to get the memory because Slughorn refused to teach at the school, and he refused to give Dumbledore the memory because he's ashamed that he taught Voldemort how to make Horcruxes. So he wants to get Harry to do it because Harry's got the similarities to Tom Riddle.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So
But how did Dumbledore know where the Horcrux was when they went straight after? How did he know that?
yeah, that part I didn't get.
Because he
yeah.
knew about the Horcruxes.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, he knew
No.
about the Horcruxes.
No.
He only did it for Harry to
He
find
knew the
out.
location of
Nah,
his
I'm not
objects.
with that. I'm not with that. I'm
This
not
is
with
why
that.
I love
don't
Google.
believe that.
No,
because
he-
you can just
He,
Google
he just
everything.
knew the
believe-
location of the
Nah, that's not how I'm seeing it.
the locket
I'm not
because it was riddled with dark magic. That's it.
He's just saying that for Harry.
So what else happened in Chamber of
Oh yeah,
Secrets?
that wasn't even Chamber. Sorry.
I think that's when we first get a sign into Parseltongue.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No, that the we got that in the first one.
No, that was that one.
How to duel as well. Expelliarmus.
Nah, we got that in the first one
No,
Oh,
it was
fuck
just,
it.
it was Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah.
when he was talking to the snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Chamber of
the- in the
Secrets.
enclosure. In the enclosure.
Thingy summons a snake and then Harry starts talking to him.
Oh, actually, no.
No,
Lewis is right. In the first movie,
one, he
in
talks
the
to
first
the-
movie, he talks to a snake.
When
I mean,
when
that's-
the-
In the zoo.
No, but Chambers of Secrets is when he realizes what Parseltongue is.
Yeah, but we know.
No,
about
we've seen
We
it,
know
but
he
we,
can
we,
talk to
we
snakes.
don't. But we don't know
Okay.
that he
Fair.
what
We know he can
Parseltongue
talk
I
is.
to
thought the first time was
Nah, we
when
knew
they were
he
doing the duel with what's it called, and then the snake turned to someone else.
Yeah.
Nah.
That
The first time is in the first one, innit?
Yeah, the
why
zoo,
he was
yeah.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
zoo.
fair.
Yeah. Is that actually meant to be Nagini in the zoo?
No, that can't be Nagini.
Apparently it's Nagini.
Oh,
No bloody way.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
That's why you can talk
I'll
to him because
also
it's Voldemort.
I'll
What?
also
You
Google it. But
How can
They
Nagini,
said
Nagini say thanks?
the reason that Dumbledore knew about where that Horcrux was, or he guessed, because the cave that they go to is apparently where Tom Riddle went with, it was like on a holiday with his orphanage, and he like tortured 2 of the other orphans in there. So he knew that it has like a special
Did-
significance to
Did
him.
they say that in the film?
No,
Mm.
exactly. So
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy about
I'm
that
having
whole
that, sorry.
Nagini business is
Nagini's in Fantastic Beasts, isn't it?
Asian lady, innit?
The Asian lady, yeah.
What?
yeah,
Her
yeah,
name's Nagini, yeah.
yeah.
I've
One
not seen it, but I know
I
that.
haven't seen it either.
yeah, one of the things I
Obviously,
found
she's
really
Canadian,
strange in
so-
myself about that is I
Mhm.
actually really like that snake, and I hate snakes. I've got like a phobia of snakes.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
really,
but you
I,
like- but you
yeah,
like
I
it if they're
really
buff.
like Nagini. I was like, if
You like them if they're buff.
not the woman, like the snake.
Yeah.
I was
you
talking
you
about
said
from
you said
Harry.
like the Scarlett Johansson snake.
Oh yeah, that's
So you
a
got a
good
thing.
point. But yeah, so like I was like, if I had a snake like that'd be cool. But
To do what?
what the fuck? Like just have it around. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, just slithering in the garden.
Innit? Like, what the fuck does one do with a snake?
Oh no.
Yeah. That's your king. Okay, so I guess moving on to the third one, as Prisoner of Azkaban,
Yeah.
which for me is definitely
It's a step up from the first
it's a
2 in
massive
terms of
step up.
like you said, A level to GCSE to A level. Like
Yeah.
everything just gets more serious now.
And
Yeah.
he got
You know,
more
I do
angsty
agree,
for whatever reason. Harry did. I was like, all right, I'm about to do like teenage angst or whatever. I
Yeah.
think that's where that
Performances.
started. I was like, please no.
The whole stuff with Sirius, like when watching it the first time, I thought, all right, this guy is going to be like, like a
I was so
proper
disappointed
bad character.
when it like
Oh,
I
you would've-
thought it was gonna be on
Oh.
smoke.
I feel like that was one of the best
Yeah, yeah.
twists.
No, like
Yeah.
like it was a good twist in that like
Yeah.
oh he was on smoke but not really because it's not for Harry. It was on Harry's side. But I actually wanted him to like be coming after Harry to kill him.
Like, is it the Death Eaters? Not Death Eaters. What were the?
Dementors. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mentors.
Like
Oh.
but like I'm
That was
just
crazy.
talking
That was
about like
mad.
I'm
that
just
train
when-
scene
when-
was mad.
Yeah.
like,
That was
when-
tension, innit?
Yeah,
Like,
when they
oh.
got to
was
the
hard.
when they got to
Yeah.
the tree and they went under the tree, for me it just lost a little because it all became like
Wacky.
yeah. But up until that point, I was with it.
I
But
didn't
then
realize
when
it's
they
the
got
same
under the
tree from the
tree,
first one.
yeah, when they got under the tree, I was like,
What's that tree called again? The
Wampin
Uh,
Willow.
Willow.
yeah.
I was just like, nah, this is because that's where I thought
Imagine
Sirius
a tree
Black was
just
gonna be on
messes you up
smoke.
like that. That's what hay fever is. just
Bro.
just that tree.
chill,
just-
man,
Bruh, you have no idea,
Hey, let's not do this, man.
Yeah,
Nah, that's funny.
honestly. But yeah, so that part left me a little bit underwhelmed. But
Under the tree.
Wait,
Yeah.
quick question before we go into Azkaban
I guess
properly.
Sirius wasn't a threat, he was just misunderstood.
What would you give Chamber and Philosopher's Stone out of 10? Quickly before we move on.
Philosopher's Stone, I'd give that. Like, that's a proper 5. As a first movie, I'll probably give it a 6. To be fair.
Yeah, I'd probably say 6.
But Chamber of Secrets, I'll give that. Like, I'll give that a 6 as well.
Okay.
I'll give that a 6.
Darren?
Yeah, probably both like between 6.5 and 7.
I say Philosopher probably 6. High points were probably the chess one and the dog, but then I guess a lot of it was just introduction to characters, which is fair. So I'd probably say 6, not too bad. Chamber, I'd probably say a 7. I think I like Chamber. I think because like people getting petrified and stuff like that. It was like it seemed like there were loads of mysteries linking up to the same like eventual end game.
Yeah.
Great structure.
So yeah, I feel like they did well on that.
That dead girl was on some crud.
Oh, Monumental.
Moni Myrtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that she was on some X-rated shit.
Yeah, she was after Harry Boy.
Like, yeah.
I think a lot of the films though they are like structurally good in terms of like they're all mystery type films.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
always
that's why I
stuff
like
that you've
that
got to
one.
learn about and find out.
So yeah, I say 7.
Upon reflection, I probably give the first one, if I'm being real. Okay, based on context, I probably give the first one maybe a 6 because of what it was doing and the time it came out. But if I was being real, it's probably a 5. The second one is a 7. That's a great film. It's a great film.
It's definitely better than the first one.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so
first one's 6 and Chamber of Secrets 7.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. because I don't know what I was thinking, man. I'm sorry. Say that again.
6, 7.
6 and 7. Yeah.
Okay. Azkaban. So how does that start? That starts off with the whole train scene, yeah, and then we get introduced to Professor Lupin and
You
stuff.
see Sirius as well. You see the dog like at the bus stop. You know when he's
because
That's why they have the reggae man in the bus.
Dobby.
Yeah.
That was funny.
You're missing
It's
it.
Lenny.
Starts with Dobby.
It does. What is it?
Oh yeah, no, Dobby was 2.
That's
Dobby
2.
was 2.
That's number 2.
Nah. What happens in the third one? No, isn't it like he does something?
No.
No,
That's the
Dobby-
second one with the
Dobby was
cake and
2.
stuff.
Yeah.
No, so no, but
Bro,
he leaves.
you know
He
in
leaves
number
the third
2,
one.
Lucius was gonna kill Harry. He warmed up Avada Kedavra, but then Dobby stops him. Damn, that is crazy. Man was gonna be fair, isn't it? But yeah, no, Dobby's in the second one. The third one starts with that auntie comes over and then he blows her up, like he makes her fat, and then he has to leave, and then he goes to the bus stop.
What happens to that woman? Is she just dead?
They like deflate her, innit?
Yeah.
The minister is like, we found her like somewhere in London. Because remember, they're in Surrey and they found her in London. And
No, but that was Dobby did that.
No, it was Harry. It was Harry.
It's Harry.
Because she was talking shit about his parents.
Yeah.
And then he
It's
he
all in
blows her
the
up.
blood.
Yeah, if there's something
Yeah.
wrong with the bitch, there's something wrong with the pop. But yeah,
But
so she
that-
blows him up, and then he blows her up.
Reggae Man Driver was funny. He
Yeah,
reminded me
yeah.
of Shark Tale.
It's Lenny
Like
Henry, you know.
those-
Shark
Yeah.
Tale. Oh yeah.
He
Lenny
reminded me
Henry.
of
Yeah.
those 2 guys from Shark Tale. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
blood
Why
fire.
why the long fierce?
Oh yeah, when the bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see Sirius, like
3 and a
the dog
quarter.
version of Sirius before he gets on the bus. Then you see Ron and Hermione in the morning with obviously Peter Pettigrew as the rat and the cat.
That guy was slimy. Fam.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ.
Imagine carrying that around for 12 years and that's a
Innit?
pet. That's crazy.
Yeah, that would be your worst
I mean,
nightmare.
if it was like, I'd have to cut them off. If you have
Yeah.
a pet rat, you like there's something wrong with you. I can't lie. Yeah.
He looked like a rat as well. Like he's got a weasel.
Yeah,
face.
he
did.
does.
Yeah.
But yeah, then like you said, the train scene with the Dementor,
Yeah.
and Lupin, obviously the introduction to him.
Mm.
The
He's
Dementors are so scary, man. Like I remember as a kid, I was shook, man.
At first I was, but
Yeah.
after a while I was just like, they were
Yeah.
weak, man.
No, as a kid, I was shook, man. I can't lie.
They're trash.
Yeah, they are trash, but like,
how is it taking you that long to suck out a soul? Like, and it's like all I have to do is just shine some light.
It takes a while.
I was gonna say
Imagine
something there, but we're gonna be finished. We're gonna be finished.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I just clocked that. That's mad.
You go show them how to do it then.
Yeah, it was gonna be something along those lines. How long would it take you?
That's strike 2, Precious.
Yeah.
Superhead.
What else do we get in it? Oh yeah,
Soul Sucker Precious.
That's on the front
It's
lines.
like
What's
all
going on?
all you need is a flashlight and they're trash.
Bro,
Oh,
how
okay,
to?
whoa.
Bro, we're already getting into how
Yeah.
to's. Crazy.
Anyway.
So obviously the big part of the film, which I thought was great, was the whole time thing. So obviously on the very first time I watched it, I wasn't really clocking and noticing how Hermione was just arriving without them there. Did you notice it when you first watched
Nah,
it?
you're joking.
No, I noticed something was going on. I didn't know it was time.
Yeah.
I knew she was doing some kind of magic, but she would always play it off.
I wasn't
That's fine.
noticing like when you see the first shot, like as in when I was a kid. Obviously, I noticed
Yeah.
it this time, but like when I was a kid, when you see the first shot that she's not there,
Yeah, she's
and then
not
she
there,
is there,
yeah.
like
Oh, no,
each time I didn't notice.
I noticed that, but I thought that was one of the strongest parts of that movie. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing that redeemed
It
it.
was
because,
really good. Yeah,
that's the thing that redeemed it. Because at first, like I told you, once they got under that tree, I was so underwhelmed with.
yeah.
It turns out Sirius isn't really on smoke because he was all misunderstood. Like that took me way down.
Mm.
But then the stuff with the time travel,
Yeah,
that pulled me back because I was
It
like,
did.
that is creative. Like I really like that shit. So I
it's
was
because
like,
they allude
Wait,
to
wait,
it as well
the-
all throughout the movie.
But the time travel stuff was before that, no?
Time travel stuff was right at the end. Let's be real.
It's at the end, yeah.
no, but
It's like the last act, innit?
exactly. Now, yeah, it was like the last.
Oh,
act.
so
the
the whole
third act.
So they
werewolf
have
thing
the-
happens
yeah,
before.
Exactly. Before we
Yeah.
now found out.
Oh, I
Before we
Yeah.
find out.
see.
Because then they go and retrace the steps, and
Yeah.
and again Harry
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Harry was saved by himself in another time.
He thought it was his dad.
That was, I can't lie. They did, watching it back, they actually did quite a good reveal of Lupin being the werewolf. Like there isn't
Yeah,
too
Every
many
time-
clues.
that was
Every
sick.
time
Yeah, it
someone
was
says
good.
Lupin, I'm like, I want to correct them and say it's Lupin. But
Lupin.
like,
Oh, that TV show.
Yeah,
There is-
I
The
love
only,
that.
the
name.
only real clue you have is when they're doing the
When Snape says it, innit?
No, it's not even that. It's when they're doing the
What's it called?
whatever it's called.
With
The,
the
Oh, what in the
boggart.
book?
the boggart.
boggart.
The boggart.
Oh,
the
Yeah.
bo- oh, okay.
And then
Yeah.
the Harry's trying to do it, and then the Dementor comes,
And then
and
his
he gets
turns into a
involved,
moon.
and then it's just the moon. But it's only for like 2 seconds, so you don't even
No,
really
because
clock it.
Snape says to him,
Nah,
he's
that's
like,
after.
"Are you
though.
going
This is
for?"
after. That's after.
You just said the only time that they show us before we see it is
but
that. This is
but
the second time.
No, but that's like from that point we kind of already
Listen,
get the inkling.
when I was younger, it flew over my head. Don't worry.
I
Like,
didn't
I
know-
think when
I didn't
Snape
know.
Yeah.
says it, we kind of get the inkling because they also said,
Mm.
"Oh, Lupin is like he's not well or something."
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's not
and he's
well,
always
yeah.
coming back with like scratches and
Yeah,
stuff like
so
that.
it's like,
Proper ragged.
alright,
Yeah.
he's either getting slumped or
But as soon as they came out from the Whomping Willow, and then it's like
Yeah.
that cut where it's like, oh, it's like you see the full moon, and then you just
It
everyone
switches
goes-
to a minute.
yeah, and then you see the Peter Pettigrew just like,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
"Ah."
Of course, he got away with it.
yeah, and then it was just like him as a werewolf scared me.
It was very scary.
Harry did good though.
Very
He
scary.
did the quick Expelliarmus.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
Expelliarmus? Yeah, to Peter
Uh,
Pettigrew.
That
That was
Yeah.
quick thinking.
Yeah,
I
he
was thinking,
did
oh shit.
But then
Oh,
he already
yeah.
touched himself with it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, nah, but I hear that.
And then just them running around the trees and then hiding behind it, and then I think
The funniest scene is when Snape comes in it, because then he comes up, and he goes straight to them as if he don't see the big werewolf. On the
Yeah, I
side.
know, innit? Yeah.
It's so
He's
fucking
like this,
crease.
and then he looks around like, oh shit. Yeah.
And then he gets stopped. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
fucking crease,
Yeah.
crease.
And then what would they say is by the birds like fin?
Oh,
Buckbeak.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Sirius got fucked up as a doctor.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh
getting
Fist
yeah,
up.
he got finished,
Fist
man.
up.
Oh.
This up.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was embarrassing.
Yeah, but he's
That-
supposed
No,
to.
no, but
No,
yeah.
that was
A
embarrassing. That
werewolf
was
to a wolf.
embarrassing.
It is a werewolf.
No,
though,
it
yeah.
was
It's a werewolf.
embarrassing.
A dog versus a werewolf.
Why is he a dog then?
Because
Stay as a human.
That's it. Well, you can't.
He's not the same.
He
can't
had
do
no
shit.
chance as a
I,
human.
I don't think he even has a wand.
Whose fault is that? Go take carries. Come on.
This guy was in prison.
Exactly. You got
Nah,
a bag of Dementors on you.
you choose
think
the wrong battles.
wait, so you think the first thing
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna be able to get a wand? You're a wizard. You escape
This man's in
Azkaban.
prison. I don't
you
think
don't
he was.
find a wand.
He was not tracking the moon to know his best friend was going to turn into a werewolf.
Mate, he's
then
in
and there.
Hogwarts. He can't just go boom. Let me grab a quick wand somewhere.
He's Sirius Black.
Yeah, we know he's not a bad guy. Like he's
Oh,
not
come on,
just gonna steal a
Everyone
student's
out
wand.
there
Like
is looking for him.
yeah. So you can't just go find a wand. Where's he finding
Let me
it?
just go to the.
I'll go Ollivander's get a wand again. Like come
So
on,
you can't,
man.
wait. So you're telling me he couldn't just steal a wand? He could
Why
turn
is he
into
stealing?
He
Why
can
is
turn
he a
into
criminal?
dog, but he can't steal a wand.
Why is he a criminal?
This is a pointless conversation. He
What?
was supposed to lose that fight. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Okay.
putting you're putting too much.
Well,
too
this
much
is
stock
why he
into it.
died in the fifth one,
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yeah.
because he didn't have enough time with his wand.
But also, you can't like grab a random wand and expect it to be like working well, because it might not be his one.
Yes, you can.
Because you even see when
That's bullshit, man.
Malfoy says, "Oh, he's been using his mum's one, but he doesn't respect me like that," or whatever he says.
But
so
you can still do it to do simple things. We're not asking him to do the maddest thing.
Well, how's a simple thing going to beat a werewolf?
What do you mean? It's just something to add to your arsenal.
We got him. We got him.
What do you mean?
We fucking got
So
him.
he thought he could do a job as a wolf. Is that what we thought he could do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You wanted him to start boxing this werewolf?
With a wand?
Where was he gonna hold it?
So he
You
don't
know,
know
you know what we should have done? We should have sent Precious.
What, you wanted him to kill his best friend?
Precious would have fought the werewolf.
I mean, that's not okay. I forgot that was the killer one, didn't
exactly.
it? I forgot that was the killer one. But Cruciatus. Give him a quick Cruciatus.
Imagine the dog stands
Control
up
him.
like, bust a move, bro.
Quick
The dog is
Cruciatus.
like, bust a move, bro.
Wait, if he used a Cruciatus, wouldn't he just go back to Azkaban?
Nah, not really.
Nah.
Well, he would have used it on a teacher, so yeah, I guess. If they caught him. But he was going to Azkaban anyway.
Exactly. So
He had nothing to lose.
is he not? He had to get saved
Yeah, but
by
they didn't-
Buckbeak.
yeah,
Is
but
he
they
not
didn't know
embarrassed?
No.
Is he not embarrassed?
Harry gets saved by everyone in the series.
But why?
He's
No,
not
but
embarrassed.
why did
Well, he should
But
be.
why did Sirius even come here? He came here for what? Peter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he didn't even do that.
Yeah, that's not his fault.
Okay.
I mean, he pretty much did it, but then full moon.
That scene was good though. I can't lie. The scene.
Yeah, it was mad.
That was acting.
That was mad.
That was
was
really, really
acting.
good.
That's the
Yeah.
scene where I was like, yeah, if they had more olders in the
Yeah.
films, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, so for me, that's. Oh.
But also though, they
that
actually
might top three.
It's
they
top
really
three.
like
Mm.
took us on the journey of it, like from the point where he gets the Marauders map and then he sees Peter Pettigrew's name.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
questions start to be asked, like, and the reveal of it being the rat. I was like, come
Yeah.
on.
See, they did little things like that with the whole like.
Yeah.
What did they say before opening the map? Like, I'm about to do something.
I solemnly swear I'm
that
up to
I
no
am up
good.
to no good.
yeah. See,
Damn, I sound like a fan.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That film is excellent, man. That film is
Yeah,
excellent.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
they did a lot of good stuff with it.
you know what? It might even be top 2. I can't lie.
It's in my top 3. It's in
Yeah,
my
I
top
can't
3.
lie. Might
The
be
only
top
thing,
2.
the only thing is that there's filler in it with Malfoy.
Oh, but he got punched in the face. So it's fine.
Yeah,
but it's filler.
I would pick it up, but you blew your nose into it.
Yeah,
So.
I was gonna get up.
I'll not do that. It's
Westbrook.
and the only other bad thing is the fact that the performances from the kids is not good.
Coming from me as well. Jesus.
Like that's not
Nah,
good.
nah, I didn't.
It's
mind
not
it.
good, man. It's
I
not
didn't mind
good. It's not, especially when you compare it to like what Gary Oldman and what's his name, Alan Rickman, and everyone, all them man are doing.
Yeah.
Them kids are not in the league yet. They're
Yeah,
not
of
in the
course.
league yet.
They're like 13 at the
That,
time.
no,
or
I
whatever.
don't care.
That tripped me out, you know, when they're like when someone in the film says they're 13, because obviously they don't look 13. Like they look very old in comparison.
Who?
Like Harry, Hermione, Ron. They don't
Nah.
look.
they
don't
weren't
look
13 then. They were at least 14.
No, in the movie they're 13. They say it. They're 13.
No, I'm saying in real life they're like 14, innit?
Yeah, well, it's not.
Nah,
that
they're
big a
older than
gap.
that. They're definitely older than that. Yeah, they're at least 16. Like they look older.
So there is no excuse then. Is that what you're telling me?
What, in the third movie they're 16?
No, in the third movie they're 13.
Oh yeah, isn't
Like-
that what they're supposed to?
No, but
be?
I'm saying the actors don't look 13.
I don't think they look that crazy.
They look older.
I thought they did.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
to
they-
me,
I think
to
they-
me,
I
I didn't.
thought-
That's not
I
changing the
didn't
point.
think
They're still not. They're not great performances.
I didn't disagree. I didn't
actually
disagree.
thought one of the cool things about the whole franchise is the fact that it was the same actors and you literally saw them grow
You
up.
grow up. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a cool part about.
How
the
can you
whole
act better in the first one, but then it comes to the third one?
No, I don't think.
I don't think they do act better.
They
than
do.
the first
Nah,
one.
You
I
need
don't
to.
think so.
They did the assignment in the first two. The assignment is great. They know what they're doing. The third one, they're stuck in that weird.
The first and second one, a lot of it is just really cringy, like acting. Like
No, but it's
from the kids.
it's cringy kid stuff, but they do the
Yeah.
kid stuff well. This one, you're needed to do a little bit more, and they're like, they're not really there yet.
sophomore.
Nah, there's one part, yeah, and it's because someone did a filter on it. You know the part where Harry, they're playing chess in the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, Ron's like, not me, not Hermione, you. Have you seen when they've put the filter on it though, and they made his voice bare squeaky?
Yeah.
So now every time I watch it, I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
But now it's just completely ruined his acting in the movie.
Very cheesy acting.
Yeah, it's
Especially
the
that
only
third
one I
one.
remember being like weird was the scene where they had the beans and they were doing that weird like lion growl and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, when they do all the animal noises.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, what is this?
yeah.
Oh, you know what's weird about it after? They're like doing little pillow fights after, which is
Yeah,
bare
yeah. That's
cringy.
how do you go from A to B like
I was
that?
like, yeah, you man are magical guys and you're still doing pillow fights. Like, you lot would have got, yeah.
Kids in it. They would have got what?
Nah. I wasn't doing that. If I had, we weren't doing that at 10, 15.
We were fighting, but not like in
Pillow
in
fights,
school.
you
I
know?
was fighting.
Do you think I'm doing that if I find magic?
Yeah, I know.
I'm doing pillow fights with some guys I don't know. Allow it.
Yeah, nah.
But I guess it's sweets, isn't it? So it's.
Pillow fights like for sweets.
Mate,
Oh,
the-
sorry, no. I'm still thinking of the animal noises. Sorry.
The thing with those sweets, where it's like they had like the boogie flavored ones, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
that's nasty.
yeah, that isn't it. I don't know.
They actually exist, you know.
Yeah, they do exist.
Fuck that. Like,
Yeah.
how do I know that someone didn't actually just like puke and like?
That's the fun of it, isn't it?
Nah, that's.
Bring it next time.
It's roulette, innit?
Nah, I'm
Um,
good.
Russian
I'm
But yeah, this film was definitely one of the better ones. It
Yeah,
was
100%.
really good.
Yeah,
Like-
wait,
If it wasn't for the bad performance, I'd really give it a 9 out of 10. But
Yeah,
that's nasty. It's bad.
I'd probably give it an 8 to be honest.
yeah, I'd say 8.5 probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8.
I give it a solid 8.
I think you're giving like mad expectations there.
I'm
Yeah, to
not.
like 16-year-olds.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I mean, Princess Leia, the star in the one with Obi-Wan, like obviously that's
yeah,
like a great
let's
performance.
be real. Let's be real.
But
Kids,
yeah.
young kids can have good performances.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
In what? Home Alone?
Yeah.
Nah.
What you telling me he's not a good actor?
No, he's a good actor. About like in terms of like great performance, I wouldn't say it's a great performance.
It was better than those kids. If you see that and you see that, you go, oh, he knows how to act.
If you said Macaulay Culkin in the one where he was like that,
I'm just
rich
saying
kid.
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, Richie Rich.
Yeah. I was
that
about.
was
That was the
good,
second one I was
yeah.
about to say.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin is an actor. Yeah, but I'll say Home Alone.
Even the
like,
guy from what's it called, Umbrella Academy.
What, number 5?
Yeah.
Well, he's like bloody 19 or something like that.
Well, you can still get people that are young. You can get youngers that can act like that though.
Yeah, of
That's what I'm
course.
saying. I'm not saying it's that it's not the worst thing in the world, but
Oh, yeah, of course not.
it's just quite noticeable because the
think
rest
it's
of the film is quite great. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know what that was.
That's
Move
from
on to the
Goblet of
fourth
Fire,
one,
isn't it?
yeah. Move on
Goblet
to
of
the
Fire.
fourth.
You know when the French
When,
girls come in and
yeah.
they.
Oh,
oh,
Confidence.
Crease.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the fourth.
okay.
Yeah.
So the fourth one, I think
Yeah.
this is where for me it felt like a fall off because I'm like, yeah.
Wow, I can't believe that, man.
I feel like Goblet is
some
overhyped as
of my
well.
favorite
I'm
characters.
with you.
I just remember 2 characters that I actually really like. The Weasley twins.
Yeah, Fred and
I
George.
love those
Oh,
characters.
yeah.
They're good,
jokes,
man. They're good.
Yeah,
and they
see,
were clutch too.
When one of
Yeah.
them passed or died,
That
I was
hit
like,
me.
That was like,
Yeah.
oh.
That hit me.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt that.
Even
I'm
in the
like,
one before where you think one of them died as well. Like
Yeah,
one
I'm
of them
like-
got battered. Like
Remember,
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you guys watch Last of Us? You guys have seen
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
no,
Well,
no.
when one of them died, it took me right back to that Henry scene.
Wait, are they in Last of Us?
No. I'm just talking
No.
like 2 brothers and one of them died. It took me back to that Henry scene where he had
Okay.
to kill his brother. And it's like, what am I doing here anymore?
Okay,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
low key, it gave me that vibe, not to the same extreme, but it gave me that vibe of if I lost a kind of close brother like that, like I'd be lost for a while, bro.
Yeah, see, I thought at that moment people start turning on Harry, so that's what I was expecting. I was expecting everyone to be like, oh, you know what, let's just give him up.
Nah, even like the fact I didn't do that was cool with me because like
Yeah.
you lot signed up for this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
All of you.
That's what really pissed me off about Ron in the
exact-
one before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone signed up for this, so
Yeah.
I don't want anyone doing any kind of like, oh, we didn't know what we're doing, or I'm getting angry now. Like,
Yeah.
nah, that would be some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because no one told you to do this. Even Harry himself was like, nah, stop.
Yeah, he
Well,
didn't
you
want
lot
him.
were
He
like,
didn't
yeah.
want him to do
You
it.
lot
innit?
were like,
But
yeah,
yeah,
we're
let's-
doing it, so don't give me that.
Yeah, we'll get to that film anyway.
It's kind of jokes because Ron has good twin brothers, but he's got like a NPC other brother somewhere.
Oh, the
I don't
very
know
older
his
one,
name.
is Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Wait, what happens to him? Like,
He gets
Yeah.
married, innit?
He comes in. Is it in 6 or
Yeah,
is it
one of the
7?
last
Yeah, one.
ones.
or is
yeah.
He's actually in the
Yeah.
later one.
Oh no, he's got another one, Charlie, the dragon one. The one
Yeah.
who,
We
the one
never
who,
see him.
yeah, we never see
see
him.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just hear about him because he brings the dragons over in Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, yeah. So that film I thought was really, really good. That because it was very different in the sense of we've now got a tournament like based thing which we hadn't had before. We hadn't heard of before. I think all of the actual trials of the tournament were really good. Obviously the dragon one, I thought that was good.
Yeah, so one of the things that you just reminded me of something that pisses me off as well
Oh no.
with this Harry Plot armor shit.
Yeah.
It's like the way they keep awarding him points just
we didn't
because
mention
of
that.
Chamber of Secrets, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just
That's-
keep getting like,
Yeah.
oh, this team won, but hold on a
A
second.
million
Yeah.
points to Gryffindor.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so snaky.
You're basically telling people
it's
disobey the rules and
trash.
you'll get more
Innit?
points.
And
Like
it's like, why even if you know you're gonna do something like that, just award the points to them already and announce the
Yeah.
winner. Don't make me feel all happy and shit, and now you give it to someone else. Like, what the fuck is the point?
Hey,
Yeah.
we needed that clutch kind of Dumbledore extra award
Nah, there
points
was
for
snakes
the.
for that, bro. There was. I
Yeah.
hate
Yeah.
it. I hate it.
it
'cause
didn't
if I
make
was-
it didn't
if
really
I was-
make any sense.
If I was a member of that school, like I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to do
A
anything.
million points. That's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm
No,
not
but
trying to do
we
anything.
needed that deduction for Man City. I can't lie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's
what we're
trauma.
doing here, and then he gets points for like,
Yeah.
oh, because he would have finished earlier if he didn't stop to save the other one. Fuck it, he should have finished
And
then.
now, wait, what is that? Sorry.
The Goblet of Fire when he.
Oh, sorry.
when he
Yeah, that's
saved
what I was
the
about
girl.
to say. Yeah.
It's like, oh, because
when
he
I watched
saved-
it, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm
like,
like just like, bro, if he wanted to get the points, then he
Yeah.
should have just won. Like forfeit the
Yeah.
points. Like what we doing?
you know what? Call him a madman, but the third Hokage was spitting. The way he allowed people to treat Naruto compared to how people
And then-
treated Harry.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, those are very two polar opposites.
Yeah, facts. But like that pissed me off.
Wait,
so
so
many times.
Yeah.
in the Goblet of Fire, he got awarded all points because he.
No, so because he saved
it the Asian girl?
Fleur's sister.
The French girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he saved Fleur's sister,
Yeah.
he got like awarded second place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
and
think he got first place.
Yeah, I
No,
think
it was
he-
joint.
No,
It was
I
joint
think
first, I
Crumb
think,
got
or
first,
was it
yeah.
second?
Yeah.
Because
I thought
Cedric
he
came
won.
out first,
Mm.
then Crumb, and then Harry, and then who obviously brought two, so they bumped him up to second. I don't think they did first, but then in the very third trial, they both get to go at the same time, I think,
Oh,
and then
okay.
then it's Fleur and then Crumb.
Mm.
The last one was dead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
They
it's
just
Why
tried
did
it
she even get to do the last one in the maze?
Because it's not elimination. It's just I think
Points.
it's like based on points.
and yeah, and it's more of a time thing. You get more time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this before I go. The dragon thing, that was for me the level up that we're actually doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've got budget. Now we've got things.
Yeah, exactly.
Now
Like,
we've got things.
and it was good. I think the scene was good. Like, it's a good fight.
It was a
and,
good scene. I do
yeah.
think in my memory, I feel like the scene is longer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's barely any fucking dragons in that film.
I also, even if they showed us like a montage of the other three fighting the other dragons, that would have been nice. But you know, that was
Yeah.
definitely stretching the budget. But
Meaty.
yeah,
But yeah, it is a good film. I think it's kind of overrated. I might give that. I might have to rewatch it again, but I think I might give it a 6 out of 10.
I was gonna say
Whoa.
six.
I think
I
that's
was
a
gonna
6.
say six.
Whoa.
I think that's a 6.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
I'd-
six.
I think that's a 6.
Because the only reason it gets the one bump for me is the end when he gets credit with Voldemort.
Yeah, I'll probably say 6.5 just because
Yeah.
I do think it's better than Philosophers, but it's
wait.
because even look at how the film starts. It starts off with the Quidditch World Cup and then the Death Eaters. That just shows us
Trash.
straight away. It's straight into like, all right, we are
Yeah.
serious
Okay, yeah, you
now
know
about
it-
Voldemort. Like again, levels get turned up. Like now we're really serious about what's going on about Voldemort, and we see Barty Crouch Jr. do the thing.
Oh wait, is this one with David Tennant?
Yeah,
Okay, you know what?
yeah.
let me
This
add-
film is
let me add
crazy.
0.5
This film is
when
crazy.
Voldemort came back,
Yeah,
I was like, okay.
fam, clapping.
It
People
felt like
yeah.
Spider-Verse, like that little last 10. That's what it felt like.
Oh,
and I
have
was
you
like,
seen it? Oh,
oh damn. Yeah,
guys
but
can
that's what it
talk
felt
about
like. But yeah, you carry on. Great film.
yeah, because it was
Yeah.
like, oh, I can touch you now.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good. But yeah, even just throughout the film, like the whole twist that Moody was Barty Crouch Jr. Like
I didn't see that
you
coming.
see him sipping the polyjuice like all
Yeah.
throughout the film, but you just I don't know, you just think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like some like Ray and Nephews or something, like some crazy.
That guy's
Some
that
crazy
guy's tongue
rum.
freaked me out every
Huh?
time when he was like licking his tongue. that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
freaked me
It
out.
was
I
creepy,
hate-
innit?
I hate when people like just do shit
Yeah.
like that with their
Mm.
tongue. So it was like
It's
I
proper
was just
creepy.
Like, oh, yeah.
Even the level of magic is like better because obviously
Yeah.
they're 17-year-olds, aren't
Because
they?
they're older, yeah.
Like Cedric doing. What did they say? They could do. It was Moody who. I mean, obviously Barty was saying that these guys can like do a lot more magic than you can.
Then you
boy.
can, yeah. But also, again, Harry doesn't get anywhere, like any of the victories he gets without the help of everybody
Fair
else.
enough.
Obviously, Moody helps him throughout the whole thing, or
Yeah, yeah.
Barty helps him throughout the whole thing. Neville helping him with the gillyweed. Ron finding out about the dragons to show Harry, which I guess doesn't really help him. You're just aware that there's dragons, but it helps.
That whole
It
little beef
it helps
he
you
had
to
was some
prepare.
bullshit.
That was the most ridiculous thing. Like, that's
Absolute
worse than the whole love, like,
Yeah.
triangle thing that they did.
True.
That made no sense because
Wait, which one?
about Ron being pissed that he put his name in when he obviously didn't. But that the whole Ron being pissed, like, why are you so mad? Like,
But then, like, they're at the age where they're starting to like become like young adults, right?
Stop it.
No, because
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hormones are crazy and
Stop
like
it.
What are they in year 10?
yeah, and they like, get
Stop
angry
it.
for like stupid reasons. That's just
Yeah.
that's all it is.
Nah, stop it.
Like, even the jealousy between Ron and
I'm not even
Hermione.
talking to you. I'm just like, never talk to me again if that's the kind of shit you're on. Like,
No, but the thing is, you're acting like the adults, but they're not. Like they're like 16-year-olds in the movie.
that's stupid. Like,
He's
No,
got a point.
15.
to be
They're
fair.
not 15.
like,
We'd have to like
they're
it. Is
not
the point, though,
even-
innit?
yeah,
It can make sense, but I don't have to like it.
Yeah, at 16 or whatever. I'm not like, if I'm fighting with someone, there has to be a real reason. I'm not doing it for office.
Yeah, but that's you, innit? Like,
Yeah,
not everyone's
like-
the same.
Fuck
You
them.
matured like early, innit?
You
But
and
these-
Anubis argue all the time, like, and how
yeah,
do we?
but it's not on some real shit. He was like,
Okay.
He took that shit to heart.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He was in his feelings. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, I,
Mm.
I'm
It just
about to say
didn't.
something
Just a
wild,
bit
but
emotional, innit? Like, it's Weasley, innit?
No, anyway.
You know what was mad? The fact that how Barty was using the Polyjuice, but his voice didn't stay the same. But every time we've seen Polyjuice potion get used, the voice stays the same. Did you notice that?
I think like so that I noticed that, but
Yeah.
I think they were just doing that to give us like a little
Familiarity.
to say okay, this is like a differentiating factor
Yeah.
because at that point you don't need the kids on set or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
guess they do
Hermione
voice
does
work.
say when they first used Polyjuice potion to try to like talk like.
No, but
Crabbe
Barty-
and
Well,
Goyle.
like
Barty
the actual
is-
voice
Does
is-
Moody's
but he's-
voice
yeah,
to
but
a
he's an
T.
adult. Like he's
No,
like.
no, but I'm saying I'm saying in their world their voice would have changed, but for the audience, I think they made it the kids still.
Oh, is that really?
That's what I
Oh,
think.
okay.
There's
Wow,
no way
but
he would
I
have
don't
fought
think it's-
Dumbledore. and
I
all
don't
them,
think
man.
it's the magic
Yeah.
and all of that because
So just
like,
for the benefit of it
because
being
as
a
soon
film.
as they open
okay.
their mouth, regardless of what they look like,
Yeah.
these are people who know about magic as well.
Yeah.
So
Because
like,
even when they do it, when Hermione's Bellatrix
Mm.
and they're talking to the goblins, like the
Yeah.
goblins don't even bat an eye. Like,
exactly, like they would know, like if that wasn't the case. So I think
Okay.
it's for our benefit. Like
alright,
they
that's
just
fair
want
enough.
us to know who's who,
Mm.
but visually they
Yeah.
won't see like they've done the spell because that would
Yeah.
make any sense.
Yeah,
Like there's no point in
Um,
transforming yourself because as soon as you open your mouth, you're fucked.
yeah.
Mm.
But it was a good twist though, and they even threw in that little bit of, before the names are drawn, and you see the Igor Karkaroff goes in there and he like
Yeah.
creepily closes the door, which was nothing. I
Oh,
don't-
what came out of that? Because
nothing.
I-
It was
yeah,
they were
'cause
trying. They were trying to throw us off, innit?
Yeah, because
Mm.
like, why the fuck did he go in
Yeah,
there?
they said I think it's not even in the books. They just did it for cinematic.
Yeah, it's
cinematic.
like,
effect.
Oh,
what's the
okay.
point?
Yeah,
Because it
yeah.
turns out he didn't even put the name in there.
No, he was actually a reformed Death Eater. Like he actually
Mm.
is a good guy.
I thought he bewitched it so that he, what's it
He might have done that. So
for his
Crumb's
guy.
name
Yeah,
came
Crumb,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
to be the champion.
Yeah, but he was 35. He was gonna get in.
Yeah. Bro, that guy's age. Jesus.
Yeah, like imagine him dancing with like he's a grown ass man with
Yeah.
a 16-year-old Hermione. I'm like, what the fuck are you on?
To be fair,
couldn't-
no
you
wonder
couldn't
Ron was
actually-
mad. Like,
Yeah, like you couldn't actually find a 17-year-old kid. It's like the
Yeah.
whole Spider-Man thing, Tobey Maguire thing all over again with like the Flash in the first one. It's like
You don't know. He might
grown
be,
ass men like doing high school shit.
he
Like,
might
what-
be
Yeah,
17.
yeah.
Like you don't know.
he's not 17.
nah, he's definitely in
These
his
Europeans,
20s.
man,
Stop
He's
it.
definitely in his
different,
20s.
If he's 17, I've got uncles who are 17 that I can introduce you to. Like,
Oh,
I've got a
wow.
cousin right now who would like papers. Like, yeah, I'm 17.
Oh my god.
Like, what?
I thought it was good as well that Barty used the spell on Malfoy. When he like turns him into a ferret.
Mm.
And then also using the Imperious curse on Crumb, which I thought was very scary when I watched it the first time in the maze. When they're chasing Harry. And then Cedric's death scene.
Ooh,
Oof.
Cedric, what a character.
Oof,
man. I
yeah,
actually liked him.
yeah, I thought he was good.
Oh, his
Um,
dad when he died when he realized he's
That's
dead.
my
Yeah.
boy, my son.
That kind of hurt, man.
Yeah, no, that
Good,
was
that's great
it was a
acting.
good death
That's
scene.
great acting. That's
It was a
great
good
acting.
death scene
Mm.
because everyone was just quiet in it. Like everyone was
Yeah.
just like they didn't understand what was
Realised
going
it,
on.
yeah.
Like,
He's back. He's back.
yeah. What really pissed me off is how no one believed him in the fifth one. Like,
Yeah.
and I just felt like
I
that
can
was
kind
all
of see
really
that
shit.
because, like, so this is my real beef is how are none of the teachers supervising the shit? Like, even if you can't influence it, like you'd have that eye that monitors the event because, like, anyone could just come back from in there and lie to you. About
Oh, you mean
what happened.
supervise the maze?
Yeah.
Yeah, that made no
Like,
sense. Yeah.
you'd at least see what was going on. So Harry.
The only
doesn't
thing
need-
is that when
so
they
Ha-
do the flares, isn't it?
Yeah, because then Harry doesn't need to then defend himself like
Yeah.
without any alibi because at least the teachers have evidence
Yeah.
it wasn't him. They saw the whole thing.
You know what's even worse than that? Why didn't Dumbledore just pluck the thing from his memory and put it in the pensive?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
That's what it's for.
But, yeah,
So Voldemort could have seen it for himself, and he could have let the
Mm.
minister like.
yeah.
I know, obviously, for the benefit of the film, that's why they didn't do it. But like, if we're being realistic, that's the easiest thing they could have done because then you don't have to just go off word of mouth. But then again, they could probably argue that you can tamper with it, so maybe that's why they didn't do it.
No, but again, it's like even so. The other part that makes no sense is if they're all in a maze and they've got like, what's the point of having spectators there? Because what are they watching? So it's like it makes sense to have something on there where it's like on a jumbotron or whatever, everyone sees it. So that way, when Harry's saying, "Well, Voldemort attacked," they all know because they saw it.
Yeah.
And they saw him die. So it's like, I don't need. So the fact that they didn't believe him kind of makes sense, but it's like, it shouldn't even get to that point.
The thing is, they wouldn't have seen it because the portkey was bewitched anyway. Like, it took them to a different like place, which is where Voldemort was. So like, it's not like they could have like put cameras onto the portkey.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but even then, they would have seen them at least. Like, they would see them go away.
Like disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know, like, okay, that's.
They know something happened,
exactly,
innit? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But
okay.
I think the maze is relatively safe in the sense that if it catches you, then
Apparently not.
they just bring you back or something. Because obviously the girl came back and I think she got caught. Or whatever.
Yeah, because I saw
Well,
that.
no,
I
she
thought
would have
people
died if Harry didn't do the flare thing.
Yeah,
Because
I
that
think
was
she
it.
would have died. Yeah.
That was it.
Because remember, that's what he said.
She would've
People
finished.
die.
People
People
die
die
thing.
in
That's
the
why they couldn't
tournament.
let anyone under 17.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
there's a waiver in it. Like people are dying. Like,
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
So that's why they
Like-
everyone thinks that. I guess they think that Cedric just died as part of the game.
Yeah,
innit?
if you enter like the
No, but like that. But that's not the problem. The problem is whether or not Harry killed him, which is why everyone was giving him the looks. I'm saying, like, if they had a thing where they could see it, then they'd know Harry didn't
Harry
do
didn't
it,
do
and
it,
so you
yeah.
avoid all the unnecessary bullshit. Whether or not the guy died is pointless
Yeah.
because it's signed a waiver.
I did like the kind of love aspect of part of the Goblet of Fire, where you got the Hermione and Ron, and obviously Hermione and Crumb, whatever, that little thing going on.
Bro.
Ron being jealous of Harry. Like, this is all like teenage stuff, which I think is like a good personality like aspect of it.
Because, like you said, if we're growing up with the characters, this is what they're gonna have to do.
You
You
have
can
to
have
do it,
mood swings.
but-
You can have mood swings.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to
But
do it,
again,
but
like I said, it doesn't mean we have to like it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I really didn't care. The part that like got me was the two Indian girls.
yeah.
Like,
Oh
say
man.
that.
They were getting like ignored, and one of them's like, my legs, my arms, you can take all of me. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. Like,
I can't lie. When watching that the first time, it felt kind of racist. I can't lie. Like,
I was like, yeah. Like, this is what they have this kid say.
No, but then Harry, we know Harry delves in different ethnicities, so
I like a bit of spice in it.
yeah.
Harry.
Oh my god.
No, her accent is too funny, man.
I don't know. There could be Scottish Asians. I can't lie. Like before then, like it was my first time like seeing a Scottish.
Oh,
like,
really?
Asian.
Yeah.
I was in love with her voice.
Oh mate.
I've got a thing for, like, you don't know this because I think I've said this already.
Like Scottish accent.
Nah, Irish.
Oh yeah. Irish accents.
Boy.
Yeah.
Like, I went to Dublin recently, and one of the waiters
Fell in love with
at one of the
everyone
restaurants, I was like, she was black, she was fit, and she was spoke with
A
Irish accent.
black person who has an Irish accent is so weird.
Fuck
But
me. I
nice.
didn't want to leave.
yeah.
If my flight wasn't when it was, I swear to God,
Wait,
I would
why
have
is it
stayed
weird?
there and figured something
Huh?
out.
Why is
No,
it
like
weird?
it's good. Like it's a
Yeah.
nice
It is,
accent.
like,
Yeah,
how-
but it's just weird to see,
it
innit?
was
Because
so- it
it's like
was
black
so-
people with a Scouse accent. Like
Yeah, it's like I couldn't, like, you know when someone's talking, I couldn't like believe
Technical
the
difficulties.
voice was coming out of her, and I was just like, I was stood there
Yeah.
amazed.
Wait, why
Like,
is it flashing?
I was amazed, man.
Is it?
Like, she was,
Is it recording? Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Like, every time I think about it randomly, I'm just like, fucking hell.
Yeah. So how you see her? That's how I see Cho Chang.
Like,
Scottish Asian. Oh. But yeah, overall, it's the levels were like upped.
Yeah.
As the trials go, the maze one was the worst one, I think.
Yeah. It's the quickest, isn't it?
But the thing that kind of like stands out to me personally is the transition from, obviously, I think Dumbledore the new one came in part 3, right? I think you mentioned earlier that you liked the new Dumbledore.
oh yeah.
But it just felt like a big like change from the
Very
first
different. Yeah.
two.
Nah.
Like, oh, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
It was a welcome
Yeah.
change because
It
like,
was, yeah,
that
he
first
was way
the
better.
first Dumbledore was just like, it
The
was
first
a
or
dead
second
man
one would
walking.
never do
Yeah.
that though.
It was
like,
a dead man
charging
He
walking.
was
at
too
him
like
It was a dead man walking, bro.
I don't know what the word
He
is
was
like.
finished.
Yeah.
That guy was praying for death.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about the real actor. I don't know if he's alive or whatever.
No, he
but
died.
No,
That's
he
why they
died.
switched it.
He was done. Like, why?
Hey man, why did they recast him?
I don't know why. I'm not invested in this
No, it's
shit.
because he died.
No, fair enough. But I'm just like obviously, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. Like, he was finished. So why cast him in the first place? Because like the whole thing with the vigor in which the new Dumbledore came with, like that's
Yeah,
what
it
you
was
needed.
way better. Yeah.
Like, imagine he like was still alive and they still kept him in the role. Like
Yeah.
all the fights we got with Dumbledore.
I
After
do
that,
think
like, that
though.
would've been just an
I
L.
think the Dumbledore that we got now, or the later Dumbledore, I don't think really would have worked would have fit the style of those first 2 movies.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think he would have.
I think the way that the 3rd movie shifts is perfect for that Dumbledore, and
Nah.
the first 2 I think is
I
fine.
think he would have raised the level of the first 2. Personally,
To be honest,
I don't think they needed to be raised. Like they were both really kiddie, like childlike films.
basically
like,
it couldn't go down. Put it that way.
yeah, it
it
could.
could
Yeah,
only
it couldn't
go
go
up.
down. Yeah.
So like,
well, you can
Mm.
see him being a passive, inactive kind of Dumbledore, because in the 3rd and 4th one he was kind of like aggressive.
I think Dumbledore is trash regardless, but he was way better than the one in the first 2.
Why is he
That's all.
trash?
Oh, don't get me started.
No, get started, man. This is why we pod.
Why? Dumbledore is. Would you agree Dumbledore is the most powerful wizard?
Oh, this.
He's one of them. Yeah, I guess
Ranking.
he is. Yeah,
Ranking.
He'd probably be number 1 or joint 1 with Voldemort.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
So
At
he should-
least
yeah.
he's on par with Voldemort.
Yeah.
He has in his possession, from as long as we've known him, the most powerful wand ever
Yeah.
created.
Mm.
You're in a fight with Voldemort. How do you not win?
Mm. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Really, just gonna concede.
How
it?
do you
Nah,
not
I
win?
got-
How do you
Hey,
not
like
win?
I can't. Yeah, I can't think of.
How
the-
do you not win? Why do I need Harry?
Oh my days.
Well, he doesn't know about the Horcruxes, right? At that point.
No, he doesn't.
Why do I need Harry?
No,
because all it is, Voldemort with the Horcruxes and everything,
Mm.
all he can do is just reincarnate a maximum of 4 times because there's 4
Yeah.
Horcruxes.
No, it's like 7 now, is it?
Whatever. There's a finite number of which I can kill him, and I can do that every single time.
Mm.
Why
Yeah,
do I
but
need Harry?
Dumbledore doesn't find that out without Harry.
Fine.
Yeah.
I find like Harry. Why?
And there's
why,
also
why does
there's the prophecy as well.
that pisses me off? Because why? What's the point of a prophecy
What?
if I have all the ingredients to kill someone right
Yeah.
now? Why am I waiting just
Yeah.
because of some lines of poetry?
Mm.
Like, are we real? Like, he had everything. Like, he had everything in his power to kill him, and it doesn't kill him for
Yeah.
whatever reason. So it's like either the
Well, he
wand is
didn't
bullshit,
because he didn't know about
or
the
he's
Horcruxes.
bullshit. Yeah, but he knew. Because as the movies went along, he found out about them, and
Yeah.
he knew.
But
oh,
when
Harry
he
had to
finds
die.
out, he
Harry
basically
had to
dies
die.
like quite soon after.
Trash.
And he was really gonna die as he tells
Well,
us.
What he was saying was basically, and we might as well dive in straight into the Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, might as
in
well.
that fight
Yeah.
in the Ministry of Magic between Dumbledore and Voldemort,
Yeah.
why didn't Dumbledore kill Voldemort then? Is what he's saying.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have been able to because of the Horcruxes.
Thank you.
No. But he could have vanquished that one. He didn't even do that. That's one part of the Horcruxes that would have died.
What, the wand?
No,
him.
Voldemort.
Oh, Voldemort.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's one part of him that would have died at least. Like
Yeah.
if you're on it, like you've got the wand, you're the most powerful wizard, or at least on par with the other one.
Mhm.
Why can't you do it?
So my opinion is with the Horcruxes, like you have to destroy the other ones first before you can kill the main one, which is himself, right? That's my opinion.
No, you can destroy any one of them. The point is, the reason he kept them there is because he can reincarnate using those artifacts or whatever, and he can do it. However many Horcruxes he has, that's how
Yeah.
many times he can come back. Kill
But
the one.
I guess with the whole prophecy and stuff, if you kill Voldemort, then like we've seen with the Horcruxes, it takes a while for Voldemort to get back to where he needs to be. So as that time, if he kills him, then Dumbledore's not going to even have a mind about. He's going to Voldemort's gone. He's not going to think about like, oh, how's he going to come back? He's not going to know about the Horcruxes. So he's not going to send Harry to try and get the memory back to find out about the Horcruxes and splitting the soul and stuff. So then by that time, Voldemort have gotten older. Harry maybe wouldn't have been as determined to learn about more magic and stuff, and then maybe Voldemort would have come back because he still has his Death Eaters, and then he would have lost.
I don't know, whatever it was, he didn't perform to like what his hype was as Dumbledore, as a powerful wizard, as the most powerful wizard of their age, whatever it was. Like he didn't perform, and the whole one thing that wand is it's one of the weakest kind of like MacGyvers out there.
Do you guys think Dumbledore was capable of killing Voldemort there?
Yeah.
I don't think
It
so.
should have been.
Because they were equal, weren't they?
But he shouldn't be if he's that powerful on par with him and he has the most powerful wand. He should not be. That's the thing that pisses me off. Like, how are you in a stalemate with someone you're stronger than?
But like, who else was there? Who would have a
Bellatrix
Death
and
Eaters?
Harry was like in the background somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. He had people.
Yeah, he had to
crutch.
protect Harry.
Don't
His
give me
main-
that.
his main concern was protecting Harry.
He had that.
That's trash, though.
Yeah, it's trash, but like
That's
his
all I want.
his
Isn't it
priority right
trash?
there is to
It's
save,
trash.
is to
Like,
get out of the way.
even while he's doing the Voldemort, I think water thing, he's pushing like he tells Harry to get back. Fuck off. Like,
Yeah,
Like,
like if
it's
you're Harry,
clear
why are
as
you
day,
still
like-
there? Like,
and it's not
this
like-
is-
Oh no, Harry's heated though because Bellatrix just killed his killed his godfather.
I don't care. Fuck off. You're not helping me now. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you're a crutch. Like this is the thing I can't stand. Like you're smart. Read the situation. If you're not gonna be a
Nah,
help
no,
to me
but
now,
he's-
fuck off.
He's acting
Sometimes
emotion,
you
innit?
lose your
Like-
you lose your head.
Yeah,
I don't identify with those people.
Yeah, you know, but like
I really don't.
but that's why Dumbledore did, and he was like, you know what, I need to get this man out of here.
Yeah.
I need
And
to
you're
rescue
acting like Dumbledore lost to Voldemort. Voldemort ran away.
him.
Yeah, he dipped like quite quickly.
And
I'm not letting that nigga
this is
escape.
the dark.
I'm sorry. So
Yeah, he shouldn't have let
mate,
him escape.
just,
Yeah.
I guess I'm just real different. Like I'm in it. I guess I am because in my mind, if you give me a mission, the job is kill Voldemort. Like I don't care how well. Like my whole.
I guess he just didn't want to kill him.
I am tunnel vision on that point. Like this
also-
nigga's gonna die.
Also, he's the one who brought him to the school, so like there's a
Yeah.
bit of sentimental kind of feeling there.
Fuck
Yeah.
off. See
Nah,
that again. That's another point where it's like,
Yeah.
bro, if you're a detriment to society, I don't care how much I've known you. I will kill you and like
Yeah, yeah.
say good words.
But
at
you
your
know, people
funeral.
are not like that, innit?
People are idiots. I will kill you and say the good words at your funeral. Cool. As long as you're not a threat to human beings. Like, what the fuck? I don't get all this sentimentality bullshit. Like, if I have enough of a reason to do something and I don't, like, there's a justification to do it, any other reason why I don't do it is weakness to me. And when people can't admit to that weakness, it's one thing you say, okay, I'm weak, I can't do it, fine. Okay, now I know to just get out my way then. Like, that's fine. But don't stand in my way like you're gonna do something and then not do it because of some crutch like you already know you have. Fuck off.
Even if you could kill him, how would he kill him to you? Because obviously you can't use Avada Kedavra. That's forbidden, right?
Mate, I don't do magic. You're the one in the world. Like you in the world like you're creating and you're telling me, you've given me everything to say this person should be able to do this. And if you don't do it, explain to me why that makes sense. The reasons why they gave me that Dumbledore couldn't finish this man didn't make sense to me. I don't agree with it, given the level of a hype that he's supposed to have. That's all I'm saying. If he was just some random headmaster or whatever, fine, cool. You're not that guy. But you're Dumbledore.
Yeah.
And you had the one thing that this guy wanted, you have it in your hand. How?
But he's old as well, so he's not in his prime.
That was never like Dumbledore. Like that's the one thing I can't give anyone because like his age has never been an excuse for people not to give him that kind of like. He always had that. He always had that him thing in that society.
I think it's just a case of him not wanting to kill him
But I
or
guess
not wanting to kill.
with like the Deathly Hallows film afterwards, didn't we see that with each of the like the most powerful things, death is always coming after you anyway. So like, if he kills him, obviously
you're afraid of dying.
Yeah, of
Aren't
course.
you? Like you're old. You're at the end of your life. Die. Do your last good thing for the world and fuck off.
But then if he kills him and then he pieced out afterwards, then he would have what's it called? We still have the Horcruxes.
Yeah. I was gonna say he wouldn't have been able to actually kill him because he would have just regenerated.
At that point, then you know, like,
And
the
at that point, he
whole-
doesn't know about the Horcruxes.
Then the whole point of Harry being the prophecy child that he can figure his shit out. As long as I know I did what I could do to kill this guy, fine, let's leave. But the whole prophecy is
Well,
there.
what he did in
Look
the
for
end
that.
worked because Voldemort died. So
Some plot armor shit, man. It's just it's some like the thing I don't like about it is I don't care how you do it, but just don't. It left me feeling like it's some finagle roundabout bullshit kind of thing that happens and it works. Like I don't like that kind of shit. Like if you map out something, I need you to be consistent in that throughout. And if someone fails, give me a good enough reason as to why they fail and why someone else is picking it up. Don't give me some half-ass bullshit. That's the thing.
So Dumbledore's trash to you.
It's trash.
yeah.
And
Wait, let's
Order of the Phoenix, you didn't like the ending, obviously, because he didn't kill him.
yeah. But Order of Phoenix in general, I thought was a very good film. Like it's my number one film.
It's
to be
the
honest.
one where
really?
the woman becomes the headmaster, right?
Umbridge. Yeah.
Umbridge. Oh man, I hate
Proper good villain.
Proper hate.
Very very good villain. She did her job.
Corporal
She made us hate her.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, I like her in
What
some of
was
the other things I've seen her in, but I really didn't like her in that in Harry Potter, which
Why?
is good. No, just
As
the
in like
character,
okay, yeah, okay.
She
Proper
did
Karen,
she-
like.
Yeah, that was
she did her
that was
role
a
well. But
character.
I would say like of all of them, my favorite one's probably like the third one.
Azkaban.
Okay.
Yeah,
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 I can see
yeah.
why.
That
I can
has to
see
be my
why.
favorite
The
one. Every
3,
other
4, and 5 are my top 3, just not in that order.
So why did you like this one then?
Yeah, I just think it's different, like very different to a lot of the other movies. And again, as the movies go on, they all get noticeably darker and changes in tone. But I think this one definitely set itself aside because now we're finding out about the Order. Like we're finding out about what came before, like when obviously Voldemort rose to power. It's the proper first exploration we get of outside of Hogwarts, really, because we spend a lot of time either at the Ministry, in London, at the
Hogwarts,
headquarters of the Order, Hogwarts and whatever. Like we're kind of more spaced out and around. We get obviously a lot of the scenes with Harry and Sirius, and Harry and Snape as well. Like when he teaches him how to do the thing, like defending himself against Voldemort's like the mental attack thing that he does. We get obviously did that turn off? We get obviously as well the death of Sirius, which was really, really very, very sad.
Yeah, when I first read, I thought like I didn't realize it was she did Avacadabra. I thought he just hit the fin behind him. I was like, that was so shit. I thought he just hit that fin. I was like, I thought it was like a soul sucking fin or something like that. But what Precious can do it better. So
the way his soul gets sucked up though, that's so sad.
It's peak, innit? Dying in front of you of Harry's eyes.
mid smile.
Bro, as much as I say he's a nepo baby and whatever, he goes through it in this series. The amount of people that die either in front of him or around him is crazy.
But the funny thing about it is he starts off hating the people and then apart from Professor Lupin and his partner, he starts off hating everyone. And then it's like, oh no, this person is good. Oh, did I?
Dead.
Oh, Snape, I hate you. Oh no, you're good. Oh, you died.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, yeah. You only liked him for like a little bit.
I think the only thing about the movie I didn't like is like the whole Dumbledore and Harry stuff, like him basically blanking him throughout the whole movie. And like the whole, I didn't understand the point of what he was trying to do, because he was like, oh, hopefully if you would feel alone, Voldemort would be less likely to attack you. And it's like, really? Like,
I hate when people do that.
It's like
so one of the things like I hate about like the whole Harry Potter thing is like, and it's a general trope in movies where people just hoard information.
Oh,
It's so annoying.
I get if you're keeping information for like a good reason where it can actually risk something else, but like
I think that's why I hate the Ant-Man movie, because the mum was she
like,
had
the spit it out, innit?
When you just like hoard it, like I'm just like, why?
Like
why are you gatekeeping for?
Like Snape withholding information about obviously his love for Lily and whatever. That's fine, because that's very personal to him. It makes sense as to why he'd do it. But there's a lot of characters
and he was
in the
still
show
protecting Harry throughout it. But Dumbledore was like,
hey, Dumbledore's a bit of a villain, you know. Like
that's what I'm saying. He's the Hokage.
The way he didn't tell, or how Harry had to find out about Harry had to die as the last Horcrux and whatever.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'll meet you in heaven, and I'll tell you then.
Yeah, like
no, King's Cross Station.
King's Cross. Oh god. But I thought that film was it was brilliant. And like I said, Umbridge was perfect. Like one of those characters where you just hate them from start to finish. Like
she should have died there.
Yeah, she should have died.
Wait, was she? Is that the one where she was
With
dragged off by trolls?
Yeah, the centaurs.
Yeah, I heard a mad thing about
and Hagrid's brother as well.
Yeah, I heard like apparently they did stuff. I was like, oh, like what? I was like,
what in the books?
I was watching a recap and it was like
she deserves it, man. I don't care.
And I was like, they apparently murdered her. I was like, wait. And then she came back to the film. So like, okay.
Oh, okay. So
when you said they did stuff, I'm thinking you were good.
I was thinking, whoa, like, what the hell? Whoa. I know. I was like, hey, listen, my mind is in the gutter, man.
Yeah.
She comes back, doesn't she?
Yeah. She's in 7.
How bad is the books?
She's in like 7 or 8. I can't
remember.
She has
the locket or something.
Yeah, the locket. Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince, isn't it? That she comes.
Oh, is it Half-Blood Prince? Okay,
yeah. She comes in. Is that where
doing the court case thing, innit?
Arrested, and then he does the
No. That's Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, so
because that's when the black guy's like, Dumbledore's got style.
You may not like him, but you have to admit.
He should have got more airtime, man. Oh,
is he the one with the outfit?
Yeah, like that.
Which is crazy because apparently Dumbledore's gay.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I think they do.
Found that out in Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen that, but I think because Fantastic Beasts is made up, and I think because J.K. Rowling, she did the tweet like a while after the franchise was done. It was like, oh yeah, Dumbledore's gay. Yeah. And then I think they're like, you know what, that's a cash cow right there.
I think people theorize that like through the books though, because I remember hearing that like when I was younger.
Okay.
I think it was a
why does he have a wife?
Theory at the time. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, that's true.
He's old.
And he has a beard.
Yeah, what did you guys think about Order? Because I realized I just spoke about it and didn't let you guys speak.
I thought it was alright. Actually, Order. No, I liked it. I think first bit of it was a bit slow.
The Dementor scene, innit?
Yeah, and even like while he was doing the whole, like while he was drinking the water from that fountain until he like the Horcrux died. I don't understand that.
Wait,
No,
wait,
that's
wait,
the sixth one.
Half-Blood.
That's Half-Blood. Yeah.
Oh, that's Half-Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Order the Phoenix. The stuff with Umbridge.
Mm.
When she basically takes over the school.
Yeah. And then starts,
Dumbledore
like,
gets
putting
kicked out.
stuff.
She puts up all those decrees and stuff.
Mm.
And then Harry starts teaching everyone
The
all of
room
the
of-
spells
yeah,
because
yeah.
in the room of requirement. Yeah.
Oh.
And we get Luna Lovegood as well. Shout out
Good,
Luna.
good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she was hot.
Luna's voice was soothing.
Yeah, it wasn't it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But what does she do in that?
Again, another character who had younger me in a chokehold.
Didn't look good.
She
I
was
can
the one
see
that
that.
she could see the dead or something, and then
Yeah, yeah. The not
Yeah.
Yeah.
what is it called? The Festrals.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I
the
love her
horse
voice,
thingy.
man. Every time I think of a voice, I'm like,
Yeah, I think it was alright. I'll probably say
Yeah.
I don't think it was better than Azkaban.
mm.
But I say it was up there. I think
Mm.
just
Yeah.
below, just because of like the death of Sirius and like I guess that's probably the first introduction of Bellatrix,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
It was. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think like I really liked her character, and like she was like
Yeah, she's
off
great,
she
man.
was like off the charts cookie.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
And,
Like, I was more afraid of her than
Yeah,
Voldemort
she was
because
crazy, crazy.
She was loopy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I actually had a crush on what's it called, Helena Bonham Carter. The,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The actress for that. So I was like, okay, yeah, like she's crazy, but like
Yeah.
she's
She's fit.
fine. Yeah, exactly.
like,
She's crazy hot.
So obviously Harry sees Lucius in the graveyard, yeah,
Yeah.
and then we see Lucius talking to the minister in Order of the Phoenix. Did Harry not tell anyone that Lucius is a fucking Death Eater? Did he just not see him in the graveyard? Because Crab's dad's there, Goyle's dad's there.
In Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, in Goblet of
Yeah,
Fire,
yeah,
in the
yeah.
last scene where
Mm.
Cedric dies, like, and all the Death Eaters get called.
What?
Because remember,
did-
Voldemort starts
I remember
grilling
that. I did
Lucius.
think that, yeah.
Yeah. Did Harry just
Because
not tell
at
anyone?
first they came with masks and whatnot, but
Yeah,
they-
Yeah, but
what
he takes
yeah,
them.
he takes
them off,
Voldemort
yeah.
takes them off, innit?
You actually
Ah.
forget that Harry's over there by the statue. being
Yeah.
held up.
Mm.
Maybe he couldn't see, but I'm
Nah.
sure he's got his
To be
glasses
fair,
on.
he was
I'm
quite-
pretty sure he's got his
quite
glasses on.
traumatised. I
Yeah.
can give him a pass for not like remembering. that he
Yeah,
was there.
maybe he just couldn't hear it.
Wait,
But
didn't he get his eyesight fixed in like the first movie with the?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
yeah,
What's
Hermione's
it's brief
stuff?
in it.
No,
But I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no.
What's it called?
He ain't got no laser.
He
or
didn't get
anything.
his eye fixed. He
Oh,
got
no, it was the glasses, innit? It was the
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, it was the
Like,
glasses.
Oculus
I see.
Reparo,
Oculus
yeah.
Reparo. That's
Um,
Okay, fair.
And as well, sorry to go back to the full film, but that fucking shit where the wands connect and
Oh,
Harry's
how-
mum starts
yeah,
talking to him,
yeah,
and
yeah. We'll give you-
that
we'll give
took
you a
me out of
moment.
that film. Like when I was younger and now, like,
Yeah.
oh god.
I checked out. I was
Yeah.
like,
It's
okay,
like, come
sure,
on,
man.
Whatever, cool.
What else happened?
The fact
to
that his
Order?
dad showed up and then we find out later you're a douchebag. I'm like,
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
yeah,
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 he was
for real.
actually a real dickhead.
For real.
Waste, man. Honestly.
Yeah, I think it was cool as well in the Order when they do the whole training, I guess like montage or whatever,
Yeah.
and people are learning stuff. As shit as you said, it is like the
Mm.
fact that they're learning it and whatever.
Mm.
But have you noticed? Yeah, Harry actually bodies a lot of the Death Eaters. The Death Eaters are like stormtrooper level NPCs.
That's why I
Like-
don't think. That's why I don't think they're all that.
Yeah.
Like, that's why.
Like-
Like that's what I'm saying. Like with the whole soul sucking shit. I'm like,
yeah.
from the first time we saw them with the, in the train and all
no,
of that.
no,
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 no.
Death Eaters like Voldemort's
Not
followers.
Dementors.
Oh,
No, yeah, you know
oh,
Voldemort's followers.
But yeah,
But like when they're flying around, Harry's just
Oh, yeah,
stupefying
yeah,
all
yeah.
of them, and
Fair
they
enough.
get bodied first time. Like they can't even defend it.
But you have to imagine that he's been teaching like whole like cohort of students how to like fight.
Yeah, but
Mm.
these are
And
grown
I
grown
think-
adults
no,
who
but
are
well, to be
dark
fair,
magic.
the
Like,
whole thing is like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter who or how strong you are. Once the spell hits, it hits. So
but they
you-
can
the
they
only
can
thing-
use
the
Protego.
only
They
thing-
can like
yeah,
block
the,
it.
The only
I
thing you can
guess-
do is block it. But if you're not
Yeah.
fast enough or he catches you,
But
by
like from
surprise.
the first movie, like Philosopher's Stones, like we find out that Harry's wand is like a brother wand to Voldemort's wand.
Yeah,
So I guess that could be maybe his
yeah,
wand's,
true. Yeah,
Wand's a lot more
Alright.
powerful.
I'll give it that. But like,
Nah,
yeah,
I'm not giving you
too
that.
many of them just get slumped. Like
Mm.
they're proper NPCs.
Yeah, because like what happened? They
Like,
had
I
this,
understand
like,
for the benefit of the movie,
they
but
had like
fucking
this
hell.
werewolf one, Death Eater.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he was scary. Like,
yeah. He was.
Yeah, I think I heard like a backstory. Like he turns children into like wolves as well. It's like
Oh shit.
Yeah, none of them definitely was except for Bellatrix were on Sirius's level.
Nah.
He was just flicking them spells away. Boom,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
and then obviously the Vada Kedavra comes.
Because even Neville, I think Neville and Luna, they slumped two of them in
Is
the
it?
in the
That's what I was
in the
about to say,
prophecy room. Like,
yeah, it's not just
but to be
Harry,
fair,
like-
respect Neville in it. He's come a long way.
And to be fair, Lucius is a pussy anyway. So
Oh yeah,
like,
he's the worst, man. He's the
Mate,
worst.
at the end, when
Oh, yeah,
his
he runs
wife
away.
just like, I'm just like,
I was like,
how are you as a woman? Like this
Yeah.
is how do you look at a man like that and be like, that's my man?
Yeah, yeah.
The way
No, but
he
it's-
switches sides.
His
so
mother's
quick.
loving it. Like she cares
No,
more
no,
about
I'm not
Draco,
talking about the
like-
kid.
But
I'm talking about Lucius.
yeah,
Because he ran with his wife and the child. I'm like, how do you then go back and like look at your wife and you're all like living like that's my man?
you know what? With him,
Nah,
Him and
knew
his
that-
family.
He knew he was losing. Like he knew Voldemort was losing. So
Yeah.
like,
You're not listening to me.
If I was Voldemort, I'd have just shot him right there.
Yeah.
yeah,
But
but if you're
as-
Lucius, you duck out, no?
I mean, yeah, that's the whole Slytherin thing. Like they
Yeah,
love
snakes in it.
to
Kevin Durant,
preserve
innit?
themselves.
Bro.
yeah. But that's the whole thing with their family
I couldn't
is
be with someone who is that much of a coward.
they benefited the
Mm.
At a
most.
certain point, you should just die.
They benefited the most from Voldemort disappearing for as long as he did, because
Mm.
they could like have this facade that they're like these loyal people, these rich people, these
Mm.
powerful people,
Yeah.
and no one's really gonna check them because it's peacetime. Like no one's really
Yeah.
gonna do anything. And then as soon as Voldemort comes back, hey, do you look at the images of Lucius from Goblet of Fire to the end? My man has not
Yeah.
slept in 10 years.
That's what I'm saying.
His
Plus,
eyes
like,
are like
plus he can't show his face now.
Nah.
Now they've won.
when
or
he takes his
whatever.
wand and
Is
he just
it?
snaps it. This guy's
Oh.
cowering like a little.
Yeah.
I can't.
Nah,
That
he's
guy,
proper
he's a.
It's like, oh, let me see your
proper
wand.
pussy.
And the way Voldemort holds wands is kind of funny to me.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
he,
yeah.
like
Oh.
he's
Yeah,
there
yeah.
like, let me see your wand. It's a dragon heartstring.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuck
That's
yeah,
mad
man.
disrespectful though. Like you're giving away you're basically giving your gun away
yeah, like
to this guy.
The
Like,
Glocky.
yeah, literally.
Mm.
But yeah, Lucius, he was just a big pussy.
Yeah.
For me, Order of Phoenix, it's kind of like, especially like all the training and even Umbridge. Like it's nice to watch, but it's kind of filler to me. Like the best part is obviously
Wow.
the main
Yeah,
the
honestly.
main fight at the end.
Like I barely even
Mm.
remember like that movie.
Yeah.
Like outside of some of the main points at the
Damn.
start of it, like I like after what's the one I like? Azkaban.
Mm.
I think that's the one. After that one, it was kind of like I was mostly just sleepwalking through all
Yeah.
of these just to get
Yeah,
through,
exactly.
just to get
Same.
through them.
Honestly.
And then it just became like, let's just see how this ends.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because
See,
even,
I think
even
that about
even
the ones after Order.
Yeah,
things.
because even the seventh one, which was
Yeah.
split into 1 and 2, I'm just like, when they go on that mission and Ron's going crazy, I'm just like,
yeah,
Mm.
just find the shit. And let's
Yeah,
get out of here.
Azkaban might actually be the best one. I think I
Yeah.
was thinking to myself, maybe number 7 was like the best because that's when it starts off with
number
like.
7's the worst.
Because is
Number
that the one
7
where
might
it
be
That's
starts
the one
off
that's
with?
part 1 and part 2, and they
Yeah,
have
yeah.
they're looking for
Yeah,
the,
but like this opening scene of that, I think that might have been the best one because that's the one where like the Death Eaters swam.
Oh,
like,
when they attack his house,
Yeah,
like
and then- and then one of the- and
It
then one
starts
of
so
the-
good.
yeah,
Like,
and then one of the twins die.
no, he
No,
just
Moody
gets
dies.
clapped. Yeah, he
Moody
just gets
dies, no?
clapped.
Huh?
No, Moody dies. Yeah,
Moody dies.
No,
No, no. The
one of
twins.
the twins, he just gets like proper injured in it. Because remember, the
Yeah,
twin
yeah.
dies in the 8th one.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. Because
my
I
bad.
thought that as
Yeah,
well.
I heard
When
that
when he got clapped, I was like, oh shit, is this where he dies? But they
Is
heal
it
him.
the same one that he gets
I
clapped
don't
in
know.
7?
I don't know which
Okay,
one's
then
which,
it must
man.
be number. Okay, I think I must have
Yeah.
just joined the
No.
start
No,
of
no.
the 8th one and the
And the actual
the
Yeah.
animation
results
of
on
the
Yeah.
the
But
Deathly
there's
Hallows
the
one as
whole
well.
there's the whole chase in it in 7 where
where they're on
um,
bikes and whatnot.
Moody and them lot come and bring them, and they're like, one of you has to
Wait.
turn into Harry, and they go in twos.
So which
Yeah,
one's
yeah,
still? Wait, so that's the one where they all turn into Harry and then
Yeah.
yeah,
and then the house gets like lit up and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they get to Ron's house, and then
And then he doesn't die there. I
no,
thought that
he's
was-
he
just
doesn't die
injured,
there.
and they take him in, but he doesn't
Oh.
die because then they have
Okay.
that wedding, and then
So how does he die in the 8th one?
you don't actually see it. It's
I
off
think,
camera.
yeah, it's
Oh,
off
that's
camera.
It's off
like
camera,
after
yeah.
the big battle. or
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah, you know
yeah.
when Harry comes in and he sees everyone injured and whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
he
I
dies off
see.
camera.
I thought he died in the 7th one. I was
That's
like,
what I thought, innit?
oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can't actually remember anything in the 7th one. Then.
Yeah.
So yeah, Azkaban
So the
was probably number 1.
The 7th one, after all of that, that's when Harry, Ron, and Hermione are on the run, and then
Yeah.
they're trying to find the Horcruxes, and basically chilling in that tent the whole time.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then Ron gets pissed.
Yeah, and then he goes
To
away.
be fair, like when they were showing him those images of Harry and Hermione,
Hermione in it,
like
yeah.
in that vision, I'm
In
just
the vision,
like,
innit? Yeah. When I
was
saw them
torn.
kissing, I would have lost it if I was Ron.
Torn. I was torn
Yeah, yeah.
because at first I'm like, I know better than this. Like I don't like things like that. Shouldn't like if I know and trust who I'm with, like
Mm.
I know it's a vision. So why the
Mhm.
fuck am I tripping?
Mm.
On the other hand, just looking at
Seeing
it,
it.
it's like
Yeah. Because you don't want to
yeah.
imagine it, let alone see it.
yeah.
Like,
So seeing
Yeah.
that, like honestly, the way it would affect me is, and this is mad to say, but I just know how I am. innit? Like once I've seen that.
questions are asked.
I'll break off the Horcrux or whatever, kill it, but I can't be with you anymore.
Side eye, innit?
It's not even a
Bombastic
side eye. It's
side
not
eye.
even a side eye, man. I'm not even like
No,
mad
that's
at you.
mad.
I'm just removing myself in it.
What do you mean?
That's
That's like,
crazy.
oh, I dreamt that you cheated on me.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
are we out here just believing dreams aren't like a message?
That's
Like,
mad.
Damn.
I honestly, like, again, it depends on like what's going on in the dream, circumstances, blah blah blah. But
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the way I am,
Mm.
it's hard to erase images like that from like
Fair.
it's like at the most I could just bury it and not like if I on a level I know
Even
it's
if
not,
nothing's happened.
on a level like if I'm that convinced I could just like bury it. It's not, but
Mm.
trust me, it will play up in my mind, and it's up to me to suppress it. But
Okay.
I know it will
But
come
you
up.
still be in that friendship group.
I honestly wouldn't.
Mate,
Like if
Okay.
we're talking about the Harry and thingy situation,
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't.
Oh,
But
damn.
I'm talking about in real life. If that actually happened where I like left,
Mm.
then I
Mm.
wouldn't like. I would just
Mm.
I don't know. Like I would know either one of two things. Either I remove myself, or I know if I'm staying, I have to suppress that shit every time it comes. But I know
Mhm.
it's gonna pop up in my head. Like,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it will with frequent regularity. It's just one of the things where I either manage, and
Mm.
that's just if I can be bothered to. If I feel
Mm.
like I can manage it, then I'll deal with it.
Mhm.
If I just feel like it's not worth the trouble, I'm out.
How did Ron react to it? The scene.
He was just angry and then
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just-
he
ran
just
through.
ran through with the sword and broke the Horcrux.
Mm.
Okay.
So just before we move on to the sixth film, you know what was a crazy line? Yeah, you know when Harry's talking to Cho about Cedric,
Mm.
and then he's like, she's like, oh, I just wonder if Cedric knew all of this stuff. And then Harry's like, oh yeah, he was really great at it. Like he was a really great wizard. It's
Mhm.
just that Voldemort was better.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I'm like, first of all, how can you say that to a girl who lost her boyfriend
Yeah.
and that he's also trying to move to? How in that brain does
Oh, she
does
was
that
with
make
him.
sense?
Hey, Harry
Mem-
has
remember
no
they
riz.
they went to I think they went to the ball together in Goblet of Fire,
Oh
Mm.
man.
and that's why she was upset about Cedric dying.
Mm.
Harry had no game. His riz was
Honestly.
You say that, but man was out here with like pick of a like.
yeah.
lips
To be,
Hey, mate,
yeah, but he was Harry
Yeah,
Potter in
it's
it.
'cause
Like
he's the chosen one.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
mate,
He was
that's
famous.
all-
He was
that's all
famous
the
in
reason
it.
Are we just gonna
He
ignore
was
the-
rich as
are we
well,
gonna-
innit? Like
Yeah.
hey,
That's
listen, man.
all there is. He
Also, are we
needs.
gonna ignore the fact that he was piping his best friend's sister?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, that's
How's Ron like
mad.
holding that? Like,
Mm.
that's crazy. Nah, that's still crazy.
I
to
don't know.
me.
I don't honestly like. It depends on how that kind of shit happens. Like, I don't have a sister, so like
Mm.
all of this might change if I actually had one. But I don't think I'd mind depending on how you actually hook up.
Mm.
Like it can't be any. It can't be on some sneaky shit.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like,
true. I
it
guess
has to be on
yeah.
some like if it's like some upfront shit, then I don't think it'll bother me
I
that
swear,
much.
I swear they kiss first and then Ron walks in or something.
I don't know.
No, it's,
However,
that's
like,
Fred or
yeah,
George. One
However,
of them will
however it
come.
happens,
Yeah.
I don't think I'll trip that much if it's like something that's just on the up and
Yeah.
up. But if it's like something like you guys have to sneak it around me and then
Mm.
I have to find out, nah,
Yeah.
someone's dying,
Mm.
at least bleeding.
So you'd have had the same reaction as Ross then. when,
Mhm.
oh no, you never watched Friends, did you?
Not really.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Another interesting point as well. You know when Bellatrix kills Sirius when Harry's chasing after her, he uses the Cruciatus curse on her.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just didn't notice that the first time.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
like whenever I watched it before.
She went to Azkaban.
Like, bro, he's one of the crazy.
Mm.
He was a madman. He was a
Mm.
madman. But a lot of them, because someone uses it. Ron uses the Imperious curse on the goblin in Gringotts.
Okay.
You know when
Does he?
he's not gonna let Bellatrix in, and then he uses it to, or Harry uses it, I think actually.
How does how these guys just getting away with using like unforgivable curses?
That's what I
Like,
mean, innit, man.
that doesn't make sense.
But again, who's
Well,
policing it, innit? They haven't got the
yeah.
trace thing on them anymore, so
Right.
who's
It's
policing it?
wartime as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so wartime you're allowed to use it, like Avada Kedavra and that.
You should be.
Yeah, I
And
guess
we,
so.
we was having discussion earlier about like should heroes be allowed to kill people?
Yeah.
But
Well, I
in-
guess that was Dumbledore's whole thing, innit?
Mm.
Like he didn't want to kill people.
So like he's like these little kids run around and do it like
Yeah.
themselves.
If we're gonna put them in the battle, then what the fuck's the point?
Yeah. All right. So number 6, Half-Blood Prince. What did you guys think of that
was
one?
a good one. That was a good one.
I don't. So, but the thing is, like a lot of these movies, I remember kind of like I remember like elements of them, but I don't
So
remember like
it's the
full-
stuff with
because I
the
know that's
book.
when he was doing the potions and whatnot.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
potion thing and the
Uh,
book and
Yeah.
the stuff with Slughorn, the professor,
Mm.
trying to
yeah,
unlock that memory and
Exactly,
I like the
like a
process
lot-
of him making the lucky juice. What?
yeah.
What do you call it?
It's the lucky charm.
Lucky
I
ch-
can't
yeah,
remember.
I
I
think
can't,
Lucky
I
Charm.
can't remember, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just like Hermione's reaction to him, like
Yeah,
being
she was
able to-
pissed in it.
Yeah, yeah, she was
She
pissed.
was fuming. Oh
One
my
of the
days.
actual cute moments was when Ron was gassed at the idea that he had it in there. So he was like in Quidditch. He was
Oh, yeah, that was good.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
OD on the Quidditch game, but I didn't really care about that. It was more Hermione's reaction. She was feeling it at that point.
Is that when the girl?
That's when he got a win. I was like,
Is that when the girl runs up to him and kisses him?
Yeah.
After that, but I'm just talking like during the game, she was just like really like proud. Like I was,
It's like
I like
it's
that.
like when your girlfriend turns up to a basketball game and you're playing. Like,
Yeah, like-
Jordan Poole, innit?
Yeah, that was sick. But outside of that, like I honestly don't like. After that, like honestly, like I said, after Azkaban, it was just like a race to the end.
it just,
I
it just
wanted
kept
to
getting
get-
darker. Like
I just wanted to get
even
Harry
visually, it
finished.
just looked
Yeah,
really
like
dark.
that's like I just it lost a lot of lore for me because I watched it to watch it, but like I
Yeah.
just wanted to get to the end because there was nothing really that compelled me.
Yeah.
No, I really like the Snape turn in Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene where
Yeah, he was the Half-Blood Prince, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was,
that whole scene, and he's like, "Oh, you dare use my spells?"
Bro,
against
his
me?"
spell was mad.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Draco
But
was
also,
dying, bro.
Snape is
Yeah,
G.
Snape was that guy.
Yeah.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
Like they only, like again outside of the simping shit. Like he was actually.
He was definitely
and
qualified.
even when they were painting it like, oh, he's the bad guy who killed Dumbledore, I never believed it. I
Oh, was
knew
it?
him and Dumbledore were like they had some
Yeah.
shit going because Dumbledore trusted him in a way where I didn't see him trust the others, and I just knew like
yeah.
that whole death scene. Like I knew that was staged,
Mm.
so I was just waiting. That's why for me, like again, that's why it was boring for me because I'm just waiting for you to reveal the thing I already know.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why, like overall, I gave the whole series a 5 because, like, for me, it didn't
It's
like.
predictable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just,
That's
didn't
fair
do
enough.
anything.
But like Order of Phoenix, the ending scene where obviously Dumbledore dies and then Harry's chasing down Snape. That's the best part, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
The
what I mean.
acting's phenomenal.
I think as the films go on, the action doesn't like it decreases quite a lot. Like
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
think
Yeah,
5,
this-
6, and 7 are
Mm.
quite bad for it, but then 8 obviously is a whole big battle in it. It's like it's like the battle in Game of Thrones.
To be
Innit?
honest, I thought you'd be like hammering all of the like magic in
Yeah.
Harry Potter because the way you like hammer Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, we're getting there because Neville Bottom would slump Doctor Strange. Don't don't get it twisted. That God.
No,
that,
these guys don't do any like portals or anything. Like they're just like as Precious was doing.
yeah. No, I mean that's what I mean. Like they don't show us for like five
Flicking their wand and
films
shit.
what apparating is, and then they decide that everyone is able to use it. Let's see.
Can't even remember what happens in. It's the whole memory one with Slughorn, right?
Yeah.
In Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah, the memory one.
Is that
Yeah.
just the main part of the
Basically, and discovering what the
Horcruxes, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Horcrux thing.
So, and I'm guessing that's the fountain one as well when he's drinking, and then the zombies are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that scene was lit. Yeah,
That was the Horcrux bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, of course, there's just a spell that just miraculously heals Malfoy
No, but he's a
from
Half-Blood
the
Prince, man.
the Sectum Secpra. Like,
Yeah. No, you made your own spell. You can reverse it. Yeah,
I
I'm okay
guess,
with that.
of course, I guess. Fucking hell. Like, what the thing was like, what was he even doing? It was just like
He was
cutting
bleeding-
him to
he was
pieces.
bleeding out,
Like,
man.
like his shirt just went red everywhere, and
Yeah.
then fair enough. You know?
Mm.
But yeah, for me, I felt this one was one of the weaker ones of the set.
Yeah.
Actually,
Because it just felt really boring.
yeah, actually,
Like, which is a surprise. Like, because I'm not the biggest action guy, as I said. Like, I like good
Yeah.
plots and whatever, but there wasn't really anything moving. Like,
Yeah, I feel like with the first few films,
yeah,
like there was like loads of mystery things, but there was also like a
Action,
main
yeah.
plot to go through.
yeah,
But with this one was like it just seemed like it was all mystery. It was like we were trying to slowly get to the end, and then it ramped up a little bit near the end. But
yeah,
there was nothing keeping us like there or present, apart
Yeah.
from like we need to wait to find out what this thing is. So let's go.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the things they did well was like the whole Malfoy stuff, like throughout, like showing how kind of torn and like scared he
Mm.
was about what he had to do.
You mean Draco? You mean?
Draco? Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I just call him Malfoy.
I wasn't with it. All of that stuff. Like I was just get rid of. Just end this. Honestly, like on it. Like I was. Like you don't understand. I was so over it because like
Yeah,
I feel like that Malfoy was such. The Draco was such a disappointment of a character,
yeah,
just in terms of an arc. Because like at first you see him the first time in the first movie, so like you're thinking he's gonna be an epic rival,
Yeah.
like growing
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and he
But
just
he-
becomes nothing.
Yeah,
but
just
he
because
always
fodder.
showed that he was like a chicken shit
Yeah.
type character,
That's
though,
what I'm
innit?
saying. Like that's a waste of
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah,
Like especially with his design as well, with the hair and everything. I'm like, he could have been.
Do you know?
So
Would your
sick.
view change if I told you the deleted scene, which is
No,
in the final.
Because if you don't show me in the movie, I'm sorry, that's just
Man.
bullshit.
But basically, in the final scene, of the last one, he chucks the one to Harry for him to fight Voldemort.
L.
So for me, the
Hell.
arc is that he obviously is brainwashed by his dad to be this like kind of he's
Yeah.
obviously a bit
He's just a product of, I guess, being a pure blood. Rich-
that too,
rich
and like
wizard.
he's on his high horse and whatever.
Yeah.
But he's actually a good guy. Like
I don't give
inside.
a fuck.
Yeah. But they didn't show
I-
us that throughout the
Yeah,
movies.
like you can be
no,
a,
but he
you
couldn't even do it to
you
Dumbledore.
can be a good
Yeah.
guy and not be a pussy.
that's the
like-
difference, isn't it? He's that he was a pussy
yeah,
because he
like-
didn't kill Dumbledore. It's not that he was good.
Yeah, like you could like I just
Yeah,
like I
exactly.
don't like
Yeah.
It's kind of both though.
the
Like,
thing is like
Well, yeah, it's kind of both actually.
I don't like weak people.
Yeah.
like, I
Because
just
he's been
don't-
put in that position. Like, why did Voldemort
Yeah,
choose
like
him?
I don't need you to be successful in what you're doing, or like just don't be like
but
just
monkey see,
weak.
monkey doing it. His dad's a pussy also. Like, you can't really expect him to do that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, trash
I guess
character.
we can go on to the seventh one then.
This is
Um,
the Dobby one, isn't it?
Yeah, the one where Dobby
Mm.
dies.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess we kind of summed up a lot of it.
Yeah.
But again, this was another boring. Well, for me anyway, it was another pretty
He just
boring
shows off
one.
in it.
Yeah,
Um,
like this, like a lot of these.
It was
I'll
like,
just
why
go to
would
the
you
end.
choose this movie to do in-depth character
Part one and-
like
yeah, part one and
explorations?
two.
Like,
Deathly
Yeah,
Hallows,
yeah.
right?
do you know
Is
what I
this
mean?
the one when
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
used the what's that cloak? The invisibility cloak to
Go into
go
Gringotts.
into like that tavern and then follow someone in the
No,
snow.
no, Gringotts is the one.
that's
is the
way
one.
back.
Oh, that's early.
the last one.
That's earlier than that.
That's way back.
What's the last one?
The last one. It starts off with them in Gringotts, I think.
No.
In this one, they used it to go into.
Oh,
his
shit, yeah,
old
Gringotts
house,
is in the eighth
and
one,
then
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where they fought Nagini
Okay.
in the house.
Oh
Yeah,
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 because
yeah, yeah.
Nagini was like this old white lady, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, how did they get out? It was Dobby that got them out of that.
No, that wasn't Nagini. That was just another snake. Because
How was it?
Oh, was
Voldemort
it?
still has Nagini after that.
Oh, okay.
Because Voldemort is
fair enough.
Nagini's with Voldemort like.
Where was
throughout
Voldemort
the
that whole
movie.
time? Like when they got captured.
Captured by who?
When Bellatrix like.
Yeah,
fought-
because they were in the
They
basement.
were
Oh,
in the basement,
they
yeah.
were
They were
trying to
about to
they were trying to
summon
call them in
Voldemort.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were about to call him because they asked Lucius to put out his hand.
Yeah.
But then that's when Dobby shows up on the
Dobby.
chandelier and he
yeah.
almost kills them.
He's getting plot armor. Like,
Yeah.
really and truly in a dark wizarding world, these guys should be finished. They're caught in
Yeah.
a dungeon, and then all of a sudden, like the elf comes out of nowhere and saves the day.
The
Yeah.
elf
Obviously
is
dies,
OP,
but-
man.
But yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
elves have
OP.
more magic than
Yeah,
humans.
they're
Yeah.
OP. I don't
Yeah.
understand why they're even like sidelined because like they could running the whole
Mate,
shit.
if they overthrew their masters and they had their own kind of like army, they would like.
That sounds crazy.
Revolution.
Overthrow their masters. That's not been
Yeah.
said before.
They're so powerful. Like.
But yeah,
Except
yeah,
for
it's
that
right.
one in the house though. In
Oh, creature.
yeah, what was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
What's
but he
his
was
like?
still
No, but he was like with the whole pure blood
Yeah,
mania.
Oh,
like-
he was like an evil kind of.
He was
Yeah.
still helpful.
You know what? I would like if they did like some kind of exploration on that in the series, the pure blood mania.
Nah, I can't.
What,
yeah,
like-
where I thought you were about to say like just focus on something else. I'm
No,
like,
no,
I
no,
can't
no,
stand
no.
the kind
No,
of,
as in like the whole hatred that people have for
yeah, if we had a bunch of
mudbloods
Dobbies running
and
around,
and
like,
muggles.
Just irrational, isn't it? Like.
Yeah, yeah.
To be honest, we don't get I guess the series fails to show why don't they interact with muggles at all?
world building,
Yeah.
fam.
Like
That's
it's just
like,
it's just
these
literally just a
long
wizarding
movies,
world.
They could have had like to where
Yeah.
like you had like an actual war,
Mm.
so you could see that you could have an arc where Voldemort was right, and then he actually builds.
Yes,
his
yeah,
army,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then the
Yeah.
Muggles build their own, and then they
Mm.
have this war, and then you have to find someone in the middle.
There should be like a muggle that knows about them.
I
Like,
think there was like
Well, they do.
a theory I saw one time on like Instagram, which was like, you know how we say like abracadabra. There was a theory that was like during the whole like
war.
the war times, like humans misheard Avada Kedavra as
Mm.
abracadabra,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's how. But then I think after that,
Mm.
people like let's not mix
It's
it.
like
to be honest, like-
that's the thing. It's like the blurring of like when in Lord of the Rings where they one of the prologues. It's like at the end of it, it's like history becomes legend, legend become myth, and then myth. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing where it's like and it bleeds
After
into
time,
like
it
this
just
is the
changes.
world as it is.
Yeah.
And people.
What would be
forgotten
a
what
sick
was
opening is
supposed
if
to
we had like just two Muggle-born people just playing, and then they were just like pretending to be magicians or something, and was like abracadabra, and then one person just says Avada Kedavra by
oh
accident,
yeah, yeah.
and then not realizing they had like witch powers, and then just kill someone.
Kills them.
and
Yeah.
Neither
then
one
boom.
of them, and
That
that's
would be
crazy.
dark
And
as
then
hell, but
that would have been sick.
Bro,
Yeah.
like what? Like, but this is like the world could have been so much much more expansive than just like
Mm.
Patronus or whatever it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It's this. It could do so much shit.
But
with
like
this.
some people can do magic without wands. Some people don't have to say the incantation to do the the move. Like,
and
is
that's where you
quite
get into that's
inconsistent.
where you get into like the evolution of stuff, right?
Mm.
Because like you can start with like the introduction of like once, and then you get to like by movie 7, it looks nothing like how we started, but we know we're still in the same world, and it's like so much more complex.
Also, with the whole Voldemort thing, on one hand, I'm okay with him just being pure evil and just wants to kill like Muggles because he just hates Muggles for whatever reason.
yeah,
But also, like, I don't see, on the other hand, like a scenario where the Muggles could like beat the Wizarding world.
no,
Technology.
Like how? Like,
no, because magic is always
magic will always
yeah,
like supersede.
unexplainable science.
Unless you catch them off guard, but
You say, but again, like you could do it with the magic, or you could have even some traitors among the mixed where they mix in
maybe.
magic. Like some magicians who
Oh.
believe they should help them,
Mm.
help the humans, right, to fight Voldemort. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
some of the humans are more extreme.
Like X-Men.
They
vibes.
take some of that like magic, mix it in with their
Right.
technology, so now they can see
Yeah.
the spells. Blah blah.
Mm.
We're all making up shit. Like it doesn't need to be
But-
like rooted in scientific fact. Like make up some shit
Yeah.
and like do it.
yeah.
Like it could be so sick.
Sentinels, wizard ones.
Another thing, in number 7 in Lucius's mansion,
Yeah.
Harry stupefies him twice, like, and sends him flying both times. I thought that again added to my Lucius hate.
Yeah.
But then also it just Lucius being at that point was because of obviously how many times he had failed like Voldemort. Because
Yeah.
remember he failed with the diary thing, and it got destroyed.
Yeah.
He failed to get the prophecy, which was the main one.
Yep.
There's a
Wait,
third, but
what
I
was the
can't
prophecy?
remember. The prophecy that says about Harry and Voldemort. One can't live whilst the other survives.
Ah,
You know what?
he was meant to kill Harry.
No, he was meant. No, Lucius was meant to get the prophecy from the Ministry and bring it to Voldemort.
Oh, Lucius.
But Harry,
But
yeah,
isn't it
sorry, Malfoy, yeah.
But, sorry to stop you, but didn't Voldemort try to kill James and what's the other one? Lily Potter because of the prophecy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he only heard part of the prophecy from Snape,
okay,
which
right.
they don't tell us in the movie.
Right,
but
right.
he hears like part of the.
Mm.
Snape only hears like, it's something like
Someone
a
born on this
woman
day.
on the something of July,
Oh,
like
right,
blah
yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah, I think that's why they took Neville Longbottom's parents as well.
Yeah, that's why they took the.
Those two
Right.
were
Yeah.
like prophecy children,
Oh,
and that's why
wow.
people said Neville could also be the
The prophecy child,
yeah, because in the end he's the one who kills off Nagini, the final Horcrux as well.
yeah,
Ah.
yeah. So he's the real hero.
Mm.
Yeah.
What else?
Some NBA.
Well, we still got the 8th movie.
Is there an 8th? I swear it's 7 part 1 and 2.
7. Yeah, part 1 is 7.
Oh,
Part 8 is
fair enough.
Mm.
part 2 is 8.
Started off with fire with the whole Gringotts thing,
Yeah,
dragon as well.
yeah.
Even the spell where the cups multiply.
Yeah, they
and
have
that.
the weird like albino dragon. That's funny.
Yeah, it doesn't. In the 7th one, I guess going into the 8th one, they don't really. They just kind of tell us what the Deathly Hallows is, and then just leave it at that.
Yeah.
They don't tell us like what really the big significance is, like why
Yeah.
Dumbledore's involved with it, why people wear the Deathly Hallows symbol,
Yeah.
why it's like.
Yeah, apparently it just makes you the controller of death.
It
like
kind of
the
felt
Yeah.
like they
of
just
death
added
and
it
stuff.
to it without any like.
There was no point
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't really a point to
reason
it.
because we'd already seen all these elements.
Yeah.
Mm.
Harry already had the cloak of invisibility. Dumbledore already had the magic wand. And what was the last one?
The resurrection stone was
Resurrection stone was
on the ring,
yeah, whatever.
which apparently I think Voldemort didn't even know that he had his ring that was passed down to him had the resurrection stone on it. Was a Deathly Hallow.
Yeah, so it's like okay.
But apparently, if you have all three, which Harry did eventually like have,
And all of that
become
was
the
just
Master of
so
Death, and
yeah,
he breaks
but-
the wand.
all of that is for him to come back from
pussy
the
over.
dead when he kills himself as a Horcrux or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I don't know. Man.
And what was your opinions on him like being Horcrux?
Yeah.
Harry, yeah.
Like,
Like the
it
accidental
was an
Horcrux
interesting
he never
story
meant to
concept
make.
when they revealed it because it was like
Mm.
an accident. Voldemort didn't mean to make him a Horcrux.
Yeah, it sounds stupid because it's like, how do you accidentally make a Horcrux? It just makes
Mm.
it sound like
Oh, that's okay.
Voldemort.
I mean,
it's like incompetent. I feel like because if you
especially when you had to learn how to make it.
yeah, exactly. It feels like you shouldn't be able to just accidentally make one. It should be because then if you just accidentally make one loads of times and then you die one time, you're like, oh wait, I've got a whole crux somewhere. It's like, but yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, because in theory, I guess when he dies at the end, he could have latched himself to another person that could have been in another Horcrux, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So it doesn't kind of make
Yeah.
sense. But in that case, sorry, in the one where with Lily, the curse rebounded, I guess. So you could explain it that way.
But the curse, he was trying to kill them. He wasn't trying to like Horcrux to make them into Horcrux.
Yeah.
So like, oh yeah, but I guess he did die. But
No, it was a love thing in it, the love shield.
yeah. So I guess that's how he died. But I don't see how
Whereas
it
with
then latched onto Harry's head to make a
Mm.
Horcrux. But
actually no, sorry, forgive me, because in the last one, all the Horcruxes were gone. So when he died, it was like the last time, right?
yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then when Voldemort tries to Avada Kedavra Harry, that's what destroys Harry's Horcrux.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Snape's death.
Yeah, that was brutal, man, with the snake in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mad. I was like, he
Just-
got bludgeoned. I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
And you just took it too. I'm like, at least fight
Yeah.
back.
yeah, innit?
It's
And
like,
then
what?
Harry realizes that. No, we all realize that Snape's the good guy.
At that point, what's the point?
Yeah.
Honestly,
You
it's-
didn't like that moment though.
He's dead.
No, I'm
No.
like, no. If I'm Snape at that point, like, it's just like, why am I?
Oh, if you're Snape, you
No,
wouldn't have told
why
him.
am I fighting
Honestly,
back?
like-
Honestly,
No,
or
but
even told him, like, what's the point?
Like all he did was call his son Severus afterwards. It's like, yeah, that's not bringing me back.
Right, that when I saw that at the end, I was like,
Yeah,
like
that
what
was-
was Severus
that-
Albador?
that kills.
was too
I
much.
hate when like
Yeah,
like that was,
Mm.
I like it's fine if you're like naming your child after someone as a tribute or whatever. Like depending
child.
on what's behind it, that could be like a thing, right? But
Yeah.
then that
You
kid
named your
doesn't
kid
even
after your mum's stalker.
It doesn't have an identity of his own.
That's basically it.
You
Innit?
hated this man for 95% of his
It
life.
doesn't even
Yeah.
have an identity
Hey,
of
you
his
guys are
own.
kind of
kid.
disrespecting Snape. I'm not having this.
No,
I'm not having this.
No, because I don't
Snape
even.
is
It's not,
I'm
it's not
sorry,
even
I'm
Snape,
sorry.
Snape is dead. But it's like,
Snape
why if you're
He's an
Harry,
incel.
why are you gonna carry? Like, why are you gonna have my son's first name is Severus for someone else? Which as soon as you say my name, other people don't even associate it with me. They're associating with this other
Yeah.
brother. And then my second name,
Yeah,
Albus.
that's on Harry. He
No,
gets
that's
told
what I'm
that.
saying. That's an L. And then Albus is the middle name, and that's like. You
Yeah,
say
that-
that name, people are not even thinking of you. They're thinking of the great wizard
Yeah.
who's
Yeah, but
Albus,
it's not-
and then Potter, which
Yeah.
you're not your dad.
This guy's
So it's
got a
like-
lot of
But he doesn't
reputation.
remember that.
You're, like you're not even.
Harry's not
like,
motivated to be like the best wizard
That's
like
set
ever.
up for failure.
Sorry?
Like his son, he just set his son up for just failure. And
No, he's
diseternity.
Yeah, it's
giving him mad
like Bronny
expectations.
James.
At least Ronnie James is like he can define his own shit, but it's like
Nah, not if your dad's called LeBron James.
Yeah, that's
No, but
you're
he's got
LeBron
Bronny.
James Jr.
No, his real name's LeBron.
I know, but he's got his own identity as Bronny.
Ah,
Like people know your name is LeBron, but like they know you as Bronny.
Mm.
Like him, you can't short his name to anything.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
Severus Albus Potter, like anyone they
just-
choose, that's
Yeah.
what you.
Nah, just call me
That's
Sap.
another legendary
My name is
person.
Sap.
Sap, yes.
I'm Sap, innit?
And you think that's not trauma?
Mm.
Like
Hey, you leave them two alone, yeah? Because obviously, Dumbledore came up with a plan to defeat Voldemort, like, and he needed Snape to do that.
Mate, I don't give
Like,
a fuck.
without Snape and Dumbledore, like Voldemort, like,
I don't give a
conquers
fuck.
the
Name
wizarding
him
world
Michael
again.
or
I
some
like
shit.
Snape, but Snape is a waste man.
how
Okay,
he's the like
you love this woman.
sure.
She's seen this man bully you every single day.
Yeah.
And
You
she-
guys are just chilling, just reading a book or whatever.
What? So I should
Yeah.
like.
If anything, that's disrespect alone.
Yeah,
Yeah, she didn't rate you. Like
honestly. And now you have the same Patronus as her. Disgusting.
mm.
Wait. So
This-
After 17 years.
The
So-
same. She had like a doe. At least have a reindeer.
so what you're
You
saying
have the
that
same one.
he should kill Harry because of it, or he
No, no,
should
no,
let
no,
Harry
No,
die?
no, no,
no,
no. He just shouldn't
He
be
should
like.
move on.
Yeah,
he should
he
move
should
on.
move
Life
on. Yeah,
protecting
he
the
should
guy.
move on.
I can understand if you're like, okay, no, like this woman I used to love, I want to protect her, but I've got my own family now who I love and I want to protect more.
Does he have family?
And no. But he doesn't have family
That's the
because of
point.
her.
That's the point.
Yeah,
Like
that's fine.
if you move, that's nasty.
Stop
That's
it.
Yeah.
nasty.
Stop it.
Yeah,
This
but
woman's been dead.
Yeah, but he wants to let Harry know, obviously, that he doesn't hate him for any like particular reason.
Well, he didn't tell him throughout his
Yeah.
life.
He
Yeah.
He told
could
him
have
after he
shown that.
died.
He could have
Yeah.
shown him that
And-
so
Yeah.
many other ways.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Some people
Plus,
are
why
modest.
the
There's
fuck
me-
do I
is
need
me
Some
to
people are
know?
humble.
Humble.
They don't need that
because
credit.
Why does
This
he
man
need,
called himself the half-blood prince. He's
why,
not humble.
Why,
He was a
exactly.
half-blood prince.
Why does he need Harry to know? Like, what's that gonna change for him?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
And it was
Change-
like, oh,
changes
you
his
got your
view.
mother's eyes.
Changes his view.
Nasty.
Innit?
Changes
Yeah.
his view on how it was actually Dumbledore's plan to do everything. Because in that memory, it shows Dumbledore's plan, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's not like he was just showing just his memory
Yeah,
that I love your mother.
It was Dumbledore's plan to do everything and all of that, but it's like he would.
That was part of it. That was a major part
He
of
would
it.
have done that regardless.
Dumbledore didn't say it's just like, yeah, like, you know what?
Dumbledore didn't need him to
Keep
know.
thinking about her.
Yeah.
Don't move on. Don't move on.
Yeah,
He never said don't move
Dumbledore
on.
didn't need Harry to know all of that. He would have like when Snape died.
It's
he
just
would have
really,
found the
it's
shit
just
and
like,
done what he
it's
did.
just really creepy vibes. Like
It's
when
weird,
he
yeah.
was like, you told her you'd keep
Nah.
her safe. It's like, come on, man. Respect yourself.
Honestly, move on. You were
Hey.
bullied by this man.
Some
who they
people
love.
simp for like certain women, and it's okay. Like,
Nah, it's not. No one just moved
he
on.
really loves this woman, and I'm allow him to do that.
Stop it.
Anyone listening to this, if you love someone that much, if they've seen you get disrespected like that, if they've moved on, if they've had a whole child for like 15 years now, and they're dead,
Just let it go.
just move on, man. Just move on.
Keyword is people mistake love for like a bunch of shit. You don't love this person.
She was
You're
she was a person who was good to him.
You're obsessed.
dependent.
He latched on her.
Exactly.
He's obsessed.
That's not love.
That's not love.
That's
that's
not, so let's
attachment.
start there. So if you're
Lecherous.
simping for that, that's not love you're simping for. You don't love
yeah.
this person. So just respect yourself, like
Yeah.
Darren said, and just fuck off.
He loves the idea of this person because she's nice to him. But did she stand up for him when he was getting bullied? Like, oh no, James, no.
But does him loving her change the fact that he would have done the same thing anyway, protecting Harry, following the
He
plan?
wouldn't have, because
Nah.
why the fuck am I even still here? I'm over in Austria somewhere
The
with
only
my wife
reason
and
why
enjoying my
he
life.
cares to protect Potter or Harry is because of her. Like,
Right.
no other reason.
So he saves the whole world from Voldemort because he loves Lily.
Yes.
I don't
I'm
understand.
okay with him sharing the memories then. I'm okay.
Why?
Yeah, because like,
We're arguing
He-
he
he-
shouldn't even have that feeling.
well, he should just.
You shouldn't. Like, if I'm him, I'm not even in this like world at all, because you wouldn't even know my
Yeah, but you
name.
just
Like
admit-
I'm in Austria somewhere living
Yeah,
my
but
life.
yeah, he could be a Death Eater or retired Death Eater somewhere else, but he actually follows through with Dumbledore's great
The
plan.
only reason why Dumbledore trusts him enough is because Dumbledore knows he's a
He knows
waste
he's
man.
a simp.
He's
Exactly.
honestly, imagine
Imagine how
all those other teachers. You're like,
someone, all your powers, all your smarts. I just know I can bank on the fact that you're a simp.
yeah,
And
honestly,
even when I die, I know you're not gonna change from that.
like
That's
the,
mad.
Hey,
the-
that's the power of love, isn't it?
the smoothest
Again,
line,
that's not
the
love.
smoothest
Stop
line
that.
Dumbledore
Stop
ever
that.
said
Love.
was like, "Oh, you've fallen, you all this time you still love." He knew. He
Yeah,
knew.
look,
That's why
man,
I came to
he
you in the
was
first
lying.
place.
Yeah.
He was like,
He was
all this
faking
time.
that shock because he knew.
Dumbledore's been watching you from his
Yeah.
from his cameras. He knows you've just been waiting here with her book in your hand, like carrying her backpack this whole time.
Imagine they would have joked about this, like Lily and all of them would have
She
joked
was-
about this.
yeah.
They would have joked about this to Dumbledore, to all of those people.
While
in the
those
group,
two, while
and
those
be
two
like,
were being,
you know, it's still it's still hung up on you, right? Yeah, I know, but what the fuck am I gonna do?
yeah, it's
about
like,
this?
yeah, you know,
Hey,
He was obsessed with her. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
okay, maybe Dumbledore used him for his love. Maybe he
like
did.
as much as we're saying James Potter is a dick, maybe it's because she was like, you know, this guy never leaves me alone at lunch.
Yeah.
Like maybe, yeah,
Just heal, bro. Like,
like I was
Oh.
nice to him one time, but now he just can't leave me alone.
It's
Could
a
you-
different
could
kind
you,
of
like,
love. It's a
Could
different
you
kind
deal
of
with him?
love.
And then that's why
if
he
he
was
can't
like,
love her like directly, then he can love her another way,
Stop using the word love.
or attach,
the
or
power
simp,
of
obsessed.
love.
obsess.
Yeah. Like, why
Um,
would you need to obsess about anyone anyway?
Like some
Yeah,
people,
don't-
some
yeah.
people show their love or simping or affection like in other ways.
sometimes respect yourself and move on.
Hey,
Yeah, I think that probably wraps up Harry Potter.